What's good, everybody? It's your man EC1 coming at your video. Yes, you notice someone's absent, man. Listen, bro, we ain't gonna we're gonna keep it down, but it looks like we're just gonna be us two for now on. We gotta see what's going on with it. But welcome to the Highland Champ podcast. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas.
Yes, sir.
And always, man. Listen, bro, when you got the best quarterback in the NFL, I keep on saying it, bro. Give this man a fucking offensive coordinator and a goddamn legit head coach that knows what he's doing, and I guarantee you he would be a top 5 quarterback. Matter of fact, he's still a top 5 quarterback, despite all the bullshit around him. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? This is where you're hiding as well. And I'm going to have to disagree with my guy, EC1. It ain't Nick Sirianni's fault. He's going to be here for the next 10 years. But I will say that Brian Johnson needs to go. Desai needs to go. Man. Nick Sirianni, he needs to stay. He's just surrounded by incompetent offensive coordinators, incompetent defensive coordinators. Nah, man. But let's dive right into it. EC1, let's get it started, man.
So let's talk about the Giants team, man. First of all, when you watch this game, were you convinced if we do go to the playoffs, do you see this team making it past a division round, an MC championship game? Do you see them going to the Super Bowl again? Have you watched the way? Listen, it's not just this week, and people talk about the record. Listen, I keep on saying, man, I don't care about the record. It's how you play. You had a 20-3 lead after, you had a 23 to lead in the second quarter.
At halftime.
In halftime. You coming back and you fumble the ball. Boston Scott and Zacchaeus, I don't know what the hell they doing. They talk about Simmons pushed a man. There's no way a grown man push you like that and you fall right into the guy, man. But, it's just the mental mistakes from this team. This team can't get out their ways. Jalen Carter jumps off sides. All you had to do was stay your ass out of the way. I don't know if he was trying to get to the sidelines, but the Giants end up going on 4th down. They end up getting only 3. And then the fumble happens. After you had them by their neck. You literally were strangling them, right? You could see that team wasn't ready to fight back. And you gave them life.
Yes.
You gave them life. The same with the Seahawks, man. They can't put teams away. And I've been saying this offense has been looking shaky since week 1 to where we are now. They don't know how to put teams away. And they struggle with discipline. And that goes a long way in the playoffs. I don't give a shit about the playoffs, honestly. If you can't win in the big games in the playoffs, I don't care who you play right now. Because honestly, I think the Buccaneers could beat us right now. And they're playing hot football. You see how they take care of business?
Yeah.
So excuse me for not feeling, we're in a play. Like another fan told me, I was at the flower store, right? And this Eagle fan walked up to me and he said, "Hey, how do you feel about this team? We're in the playoffs." You think I give a fuck about we in the playoffs, man? You think I care about that? The way we play, we were gonna be lucky if we win a playoff game.
Hey, Eagle Champ. I had somebody on my video tell me, we won the game. You should be more thankful. We don't have to blow teams out. No, I would like to make victories more comfortable. That's what I would like.
What's the Giants record again?
5-10 now. They were 5-9 coming into the game.
You couldn't even put that team away. You had a 20-3 point lead. I'll say it one more time for anybody in the back that's deaf, that can't hear me. During the halftime, you had a 20-3 lead. And really, to be honest, Jalen Hurts, I don't know why the hell you keep on staying in bounds. Just go out of bounds, bro. Because they lucky that was a the delayed game on the defense, because that could have been a huge loss right there. You know,
I thought Jalen actually had a pretty good game in this game.
He was missing some throws. He wasn't bad.
He was. Now that I look back at the game, but wow, Mayer's in here.
I mean, he can join the link anytime, bro. I sent him the
Yeah,
link. You know what I'm saying?
you're welcome. You're
You're
welcome.
welcome,
But
bro.
as far as this game, man, like I really feel like why do we keep playing with our food? Why can't we get over these fucking unforced errors, man? Like it's just frustrating. You know, I'm glad we got the win, but it's just like we could do so much more. Not even so much more, but the little things to kind of, just make it easier on our lives and, get easier wins. Like, God, we could have rested Jalen Hurts and the starters in the fourth quarter.
I mean, like, dude, like, listen. Everybody talk about why you not happy. Well, listen. Are you happy the way we play? Honestly, look, go. Just stop putting your fandom to the side and honestly look at it as a GM or an owner. Would you be happy the way you played right now? Do you feel? Listen, let me tell you something. I don't care about the playoffs. I'm glad we're in the playoffs, but the playoffs, the record is thrown out the window. Once you win the playoffs, it's 0-0 to me. It's 0-0 to me. The record that you have don't mean shit to me. The Steelers were what? What were their record when they
7
lost the first round?
12-4.
No. Weren't they undefeated? Weren't they
They
undefeated?
were. They were 11-0 going into that Washington game. Then they won what? Just one of five in the last 5 games.
So
Yeah.
it's like people tell me about look at the record, bro. This team can't put away the Giants, man.
This team couldn't put away. I said it earlier. I said this team couldn't put away the Carolina Panthers, and they're piss poor and the worst team in the league.
You said the Carolina. I listen, bro. Like, dude,
And
like,
Mayer has a point down there. Mayer has a point. He 2 key plays that were brutal
yeah. I
kept the
mean,
Giants in this game. And Reed Blankenship, I don't know what the fuck is
yo,
going on with you, but
I've
you
been
need to
saying
get
all
your
along,
shit
man.
together too.
He's not the future safety, bro. He's not. He's a good rotational guy. It's a nice story. We need to draft a safety next year.
I'll give
You
him
either got
another
to bring one
chance,
in or you
but
got to draft one.
he needs some work in the off season, man. I'll give him another chance.
Listen, man. I'm if I have a chance, I'm drafting Kitchens next year in the draft.
It would be nice, just to give, a little bit more competition in the room, but he needs some work.
So, other than that, man, I thought the defense overall played great. I mean, a lot of people were making a big deal. Listen, the defense held the Giants only to 10 points.
10
10
points.
points.
10 points.
I mean,
You don't count the turnover from Boston Scott, and you don't count the pick six, obviously, because the defense ain't have shit to do with it. I mean, really, it's just the Blankenship play and the 3 points we gave up in the first half. That's it.
I mean, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I definitely apologize. I don't see this team winning. Listen, if they win a playoff game, it's going to be because of the it's going to become because we finally put a team away, right? But the way we're playing right now, I don't see us. Listen, and it's not me being negative. I don't want to be negative. I'm always listen. You ask Hyden all the time. I'm always I try to be positive with this team, but this team, when you watch them, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Again, I'll say one more time for everybody in the back. We had a 20-3 lead. What the hell are we coughing up the ball? Listen, I think the Giants were dead by then. All you had to do was not turn over the ball.
We don't have any excuses this year. We don't have Gannon this year.
No, and people talk, well, we're in the playoffs. Listen, the goal was to win the Super Bowl, right? I mean,
Yeah.
let me know, but the goal was to go to the Super Bowl and win it. I don't give a shit about the playoffs, honestly. If you can't win in the playoffs, don't mean nothing to me. And I don't want to just get to the playoffs. I want to win a Super Bowl. That's my goal.
And this honestly came from your mouth. You said Desai was better than Jonathan Gannon. I'm like, let's go back on those talks because you just saw a 3-game losing streak. I don't mean to pick on you, EC1, but
no, go ahead, man. Listen,
I mean,
I'm
Desai, he's just holding back on everything. I'm glad he's in the booth now because Patricia is not even really doing much of a better job than Sean Desai, really.
Who, Matt Patricia? I think he's done a great job, honestly. I like
Do
his
you
defense.
really? Do you really? I don't think there's much of a difference.
Do we not set up the like, dude? We listen when Matt Patricia's taking over. we have literally made them go 3 and out. So it's like I can't really poo-poo on the defense because, like I said, Matt Patricia, since he's taken over, has done a better job. The way he designed his defense, and listen, he's not been there long. I would love to see what Matt Patricia does for a full year, just him with that defense. This guy's one of the best defense. Like people make fun of him because what he did with the Lions. You gotta understand, some guys are not just not head coaches. Dan Quinn wasn't a great head coach. He's a pretty good defense coordinator, isn't he?
Yeah, right? He is not a great head coach.
He's not a great head coach. No, he was horrible with the Atlanta Falcons. Now he did go to the Super Bowl, but lost it. So some guys are just perfect for a defense coordinator, and I think Matt Patricia is just that guy. He can coach a defense, and I like his scheme. He's not afraid to press. Did you see how they pressed up on these guys? You think Desai's doing that? I don't think so. I think Desai would let them sit back all day and deliver. Now, there's some things that I do think that Nick Sirianni is calling the shots. You talk about Brian Johnson. We need to fire Brian Johnson. Okay, you fire Brian Johnson. Who's the offense coordinator? Nick Sirianni? Because this is his plays. He's the one who's calling it off.
So wait a minute. Let me kind of question you here. You are defending Brian Johnson because there's nobody else out there?
I mean, dude, like Brian Johnson, I don't think has the full access to the playbook. So everybody talk about fire Brian Johnson, fire Brian Johnson. Okay, you fire Brian Johnson, then you make Nick Sirianni offense coordinator and a head coach. And you
mentioned firing Nick Sirianni earlier. Why do you want to fire him?
Because I don't think he knows what he's doing.
You said that the first year too, and we still made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, but this is a team that you're telling me that no other coordinator can win with A.J. Brown? Like, come on, look at the talent, bro. Look at the talent. You still struggling how to run the ball? By then, you sure already had that wrapped up. We struggling to run the ball still, man. The fans had to tell the coach to run the ball. You supposed to be already knowing what to do. It shouldn't take you to this to learn to run the ball. We should already have that already in our game plan. This coach has been here for how many years now?
3,
right? And you would think that this guy knows how to run the football, and yet a fan base have to tell him in the goddamn stadium, "Hey, run the ball, Nick."
Not just in the stadium, in the stadium, but literally on the road, holding signs like, "Hey, my guy, run the football."
Like this guy sounds like a child, bro. It's like you have to remind the child, "Hey, wash your hands before eating." When you know the child should already know that. Wash your hands before you go to the. It's like telling the grown adult to wash your hands before you use the bathroom. I mean, after the bathroom.
Or after, yeah.
Yeah, not before, after. Like you should already know to run the ball. No one should be telling you to run the ball. Your fan base shouldn't have to scream and put signs out there for you dope ass to finally run the football.
Mm-hmm.
It's not rocket science, bro. We make it harder than a lot of things. We make it harder than what it is.
And let's look at the benefits. The focal point. And let's look at the benefits of what happens when you run the football. You set up play action, and you have guys, especially the linebackers and defensive ends, start to back off a little bit and not pressure the quarterback as much. I've been saying this for years, since I've been on YouTube, and the Eagles don't seem to get it.
I mean, dude, if you want to come back on, I'll definitely give you an apology, but you got to come back on the channel. I mean, I'm not going to apologize to just nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I got your bet. Anytime you want to come on, I can do my 10 push-ups because I did bet with you that I'll do 10 push-ups. But it's up to you, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I understand.
Wait a minute, man. Just send him the link. I want you to.
I did.
Okay.
I want you to. On Twitter on his phone.
Let me say this real quick. I really want you two to make it up, kiss and make up. Maybe not, virtually kiss. I mean, I want you two to make up. I mean, losing is bad, and we get into our feelings a little bit about losing.
Listen.
I hate losing.
No longer on my channel, man.
We all hate losing, man. That's all it was. There ain't no ill will between y'all two. Let's be real.
Man, 301 Cowboy is no longer on my channel. I mean, he's fine. He's allowed to come back on. I didn't ban him. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at 301 Cowboy because he kept on sending me DMs, and I told him to stop it. That's all it was.
301's just trying to annoy you and think the Eagles are awful.
No.
You know
301
those
Cowboy was
cowho
sending me
haters,
DMs,
man.
man.
Mayor is cool. Mayor has always been cool in my book.
He I have no issue with him. I had an issue with 301 Cowboy because he kept on sending me shit that I told him to stop it. That's why I ended the friendship with him. Then he was telling me, "Oh, Mayor deserves it." No, man, that's not cool, dude. Because you know what you did. I told you to knock it off, and you didn't knock it off. And that's what happened. I told him to stop sending to me, and then he was sending me stuff, telling him, "Oh, easy one, dude. I told you to knock it off, drop it, let him calm down." You know, and when I'm getting messages like you know, if I'm in arguing with someone, I'm not going to send them messages and tell you, "Hey, tell where you're hiding to chill out." No, man, go solve that for yourself. You're grown adults. And that's all I said, man. I told both of them to stop it because I was getting in the middle of it, man. And I'm not going to be the one where, you know, I shouldn't be the one being in the middle of it. It's not my battle. It's y'all battle. Whatever you do, that's fine. But I was tired of 301 Cowboys sending me DMs. He was sending me DMs of what they were saying. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. That's y'all beef.
You know, it's funny.
Of it. That's all I said.
It's kind of weird how a Cowboys fan is the witch that ends up stirring the pot. That wanted you to end your friendship with Mayor. Isn't that funny to you?
Well, I ended my friendship with him too. He's no longer part of my channel, man. I got rid of him, bro. I can't stand.
You know, when you really sit down and think about it, that's on some hoe shit. And that's what he really wanted to happen between you and Mayor, is to end that friendship. That's what he wanted.
Well, he feel like it wasn't his fault, bro. But at the end of the day, he told you to stop it. You didn't stop it. He got angry with you. You want to get mad because he threatened you, but you were threatening him. You were calling him a P word, and you were calling Mayor the P word and all that stuff. I mean, I ain't going to repeat
Mayor. So, Mayor, I invite you to come up, man. Please. Please, man. I don't care how you feel about this, man. Like, I do care. I do care, but I want you to come up on here.
I don't know why he mad at me.
I don't want you to be mad at Eagles Champ. I don't want Eagles Champ to be mad at you, and I'm sure Eagles Champ is mad at you. But I miss your presence, man. I know you're not mad at Eagles Champ, but here's my message to Mayor. I automatically miss your presence. You were talking that shit. Man. You were talking facts, and we love and miss that presence. I love that type of shit. That's some real Philly shit, and I miss that. And I'm sure Eagles Champ misses that too. We just
I told him to come back on, bro. Like I told him that.
Like, we miss you, dude.
Like, he's part of the podcast. I told him, like, dude, like, are you gonna let one thing happen to destroy us? You know what I'm saying? It's up to him, man. I can't force him to be back on, but I hope he does come back on because he does bring that knowledge.
I'll tell you this. I remember a time where, you know, EC1 was getting torched by Awesomeness, torched by Simon, torched by everybody.
You know that ain't true.
You know I gotta talk about this Eagles Champ. And I had his side, and he was just arguing with me. I'm like, I'm still on your side, EC1. But you did get torched.
Awesome Sports, are you coming with that? Now you better off with Simons. But come on, man.
No.
Come on, bro.
He be cracking some jokes on me, but I'm still cool on him. I'm still cool with him, man. You know, don't just let things get in between you.
Know me, bro. You know me. You know I don't get disrespectful. And if Mayor thought I was disrespectful, I wasn't. But when he kept on sending me DMs about your conversation, eventually, if I keep on sending people my conversation with someone else, you're going to get tired of me. Like, dude, like, I don't want to be in the middle of it. Whatever you do, just keep me out of it, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to get sick of it, right? And I told 301 to stop it. Stop DMing him. Let him cool down. Yeah. He doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't like you. Well, I didn't say that part, but you get the point. Mm-hmm. He made it flat out known he don't want to talk to you. So why are you DMing when I told you to stop it? And you know, it is what it is.
I'll tell you this. We shouldn't be hating on fucking Mayor. Nah, he's a good guy. He's an ally. But who we should be fucking hating on, Mr. Matthew Spolina, who mentioned this in the chat. Thank you, Jonathan Gannon. Right there. Jonathan Gannon. Fuck Jonathan Gannon.
Man, dude, listen, bro. Like, listen, man. Jonathan Gannon will be always known as the guy who cost us the Super Bowl.
Yes. We should have two right now.
Ever in my life respect that dude. You cost me a Super Bowl, you're giddy. I don't give a damn if you blitz 25 to 50 fucking times a game. You cost me a Super Bowl. For that, fuck you all day. I don't care. Because it looks like we can't get back there after all. And you know what, Mayor might be right. Maybe it is, or you know, it is called a Super Bowl hangover. Because look at the Chiefs right now. They don't look the same. They don't look the same. They got bullied by the it'd be fun if you shared it to the whole video, man. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, bro. Anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? Blitzing does not good when you get no sacks and turnovers all game. Well, here's the thing, dude. We don't got the corners to do that. And let me tell you something, man. I think Keely Ringo should be the number 2. I would put Eli Ricks as a number 1. I would.
Bradbury. Yes, Bradbury does
His name
not
is
deserve a
Dingleberry.
starting
We
job.
don't call him Bradbury anymore. We call him Dingleberry. James Dingleberry.
He does not deserve a starting job, bro.
He's terrible, bro.
Keely Ringo, you saw his stats. He gave up what? He had like a 25 QBR rating against him. That is amazing. When QBs are having a 25 rating, that's terrible for a QB, but that's good for the DB.
I'd rather have none. I'd rather have aggressive defense. Can I get a defense corner that doesn't believe in a bend break defense, man? Can I get that? Can I get that? I would love a defense corner. Like, did you see Sean McDermott versus the Cowboys? Did you see how aggressive they are?
Yeah, with the Bills. Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm tired of this soft ass zone defense. It doesn't work.
You know,
in this league, you gotta have this type. No, man.
I'll give you a little bit of a better example. I'll give you the Ravens defense over the Niners offense. That defense, what they did to the 49ers offense, and they shut them up. That is the best defense in the league, and I wish the Eagles would adopt that mentality on our defense.
Dude, Patrick Queen, everybody was talking shit about him, man. That dude is a beast. That is an LSU star right there, man.
And if you've been following EC1 the past few years, he's been wanting Patrick Queen ever since.
I mean, dude, like that defense in the Ravens, man. I dream of that defense because, like, I feel like, right, we got here's the thing, man. We got the pieces. I'm telling you, give Matt Patricia a year and see what he does with that defense. And don't sit there and say, well, this is the defense. No, give him the defensive plays. Let him call his own style defense. I'm telling you, that's what you have in him. We keep on, like, I feel like we pick our defense corner and say, this is what you have to call. And if you don't call that, you're gone. Like, tell me why is John Deganey blitzing more in Arizona?
Wasn't Zach Cunningham injured in this game? Wasn't Zach Cunningham injured in this game? Oh, wait a minute. It was Morrow that was injured.
I mean, Morrow sucks, bro. Let's be real, man.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that guy
he had like a flash in the pan for like a game or two, and then it's disappeared.
But you know who's good, man? Shaq Leonard, man.
Yeah, man. He had a sack yesterday. He had he led the team in tackles yesterday.
That dude was everywhere, bro. Like, that's just the truth, man. Shaq Leonard is a dog, and I feel like he brings the energy that we've been looking for, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been looking for that, and I hope that we can, get more of that in the draft. Listen, man, we need to draft a linebacker, bro, and I've been stressing enough. I know it's far away from the draft, but you got to get some linebackers and cornerbacks here, man, because you can't continue to pay 31-year-olds. And this is why I did not want to bring Slane Bradbury back. Not because I didn't think that. Because
that was going to be my next point too, because we need to focus on safety too.
I've been saying Reed Blankenship ain't that great. That's why I wasn't the hype train.
I'm not ready to give up on Blankenship yet.
I'm not ready to give up on Sidney Brown. I think Sidney Brown has played more hard. Sidney Brown is young.
I'm not ready to give up on Sidney Brown either, but we need to get these young safeties a shot. They're still kind of growing into the system. Let's give them an extra boost. Let's give them some depth. Let's give them some actual players who have been in, around the NFL a lot more. Let's give them some leadership. We don't have any leadership on this defense.
Yeah, Denard Wilson is a dude. That was a huge loss for us. Denard Wilson, Could you imagine what he would do with Shaq Leonard right now?
Yeah.
Like honestly, man, I'm wondering if you put Kobe Dean in Baltimore, how good would he be? I'm starting to figure out that when you didn't pay when you let a guy like Denard Wilson go,
Yeah.
it's like every look at Kayvon Wallace, man, in Tennessee, bro. How does he go from this to that? He's making
Yeah.
plays over there. Every
Yeah.
guy that goes to a new team looks like a different player, man. And that
Yeah.
goes back to the coaching. We don't have the right coaches.
Yeah. I want to go to a comment real quick for Jaguar Man who said, at least y'all clinch a playoff spot, but I'm hearing stressing if we beat Carolina. Yeah, we have 11 wins, but yeah, we're stressing, but at least we're in the playoffs. I mean, what do you have to say to a guy that hasn't clinched a playoff berth? You know, we're struggling, yet we have 11 wins. I mean, what do you have to say to a guy like Jaguar Man who hasn't clinched anything, who was once a 1 seed in the playoff as an AFC seed? You know,
See, there's
what
a
do you have
lot
to
of
say to
people that
him?
won't like what I have to say. I don't care about going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
Can you go back to where you were last year?
yeah.
And I get it. Oh, well, it's hard to get. Listen, this team has the talent to do that. The coaches
Cincinnati,
are going to be the ones that have to find a way to get everybody. Listen, everybody was talking about Jalen Hurts' leadership. How about the coach's leadership? Because I'm tired of them blaming Jalen Hurts, man. Everything is Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. And listen, Jalen Hurts isn't playing great. We know that. But don't
yeah.
sit there and say it's all on Jalen Hurts. It's not all on Jalen Hurts all the time.
Jalen Hurts has obviously regressed, but everything is not on Jalen Hurts. And
No.
I will say this: if you're going back to last year, Cincinnati was the runner-ups from last year, the repeat runner-ups. But let's see. Do you think we can honestly go back with this team, with the state that we are in right now?
With
Considering Avonte Maddox is coming back off of IR in 21 days or 14 days now.
That's huge. Yeah, I mean, look at the talent, bro. Like, I think any talent you have, when you have that on your team, is crucial, right? And it goes back to, like, listen, I think the talent is making the coaches better. I think
It
the
is.
Buffalo Bills game in the Kansas City Chiefs was because Jalen Hurts is him. Like,
Yeah.
dude, this is the guy that's bailing you out every time, man. There's a reason why you drafted him in the second round. Okay.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of people down on him. Listen, you know, listen, every quarterback is going to have a down year. Not every quarterback's going to be perfect. You're not going to have Mr. Mahomes every year. Even Patrick Mahomes having a bad year. Josh Allen's
Yeah.
had bad years.
Yeah.
You name any quarterback in this league. Tom Brady, everyone wants to grade him the best quarterback. He had bad years. It happens.
When was
But
the
here's
last
thing
time you
what I
ever
don't
seen
understand.
Mahomes with 6 losses?
Well, let me just make this right here, right? When you don't run the football and you're so predictable, your vanilla offense is clearly showing on display. Everybody knows what you're doing. I had a video planned, but I decided not to drop it. Right? Because number one, I wanted to make sure my facts are straight. That's why I rewatched the game, right?
Yeah.
To make sure, okay, let me see what's happening. They had 4 plays they run: screens, quarterback runs, the what is it? The brotherly shove. Okay, so you had a couple more, but it's like you have basic plays. You don't.
Yes.
I don't see jet sweeps. I don't see cross routes. I mean, I don't see a zigzag. I don't see none of that. I see the
But
exact same shit over and over again.
I will say
Shotgun.
this. I will say this on the positive note in that Giants game. I will say this, that they utilized the tight end position a little bit more. They even got Calcaterra, who didn't even have a catch coming into this game. You know, they got him involved a little bit more. So that was very impressive to see.
Yeah, Miss Ash, I agree. It's ridiculous. We look like we do the offense with 2,000-yard receivers. Yeah, I mean, you have Devontae and AJ Brown. And, you know, there's a lot of people that say, "Well, AJ Brown." Like I'm tired of people telling me AJ Brown is everybody wants to trade AJ Brown. So yeah, let's trade our star receiver. We got to stop that, right? Because listen, I don't blame Devontae Smith and AJ Brown for calling out these coaches. Because when the players are getting sick and tired of the same exact stuff that you're putting out, and you're not changing your game plan, and you continue to do the exact same goofy stuff that got you jammed in the first place,
Yeah,
players are going to start turning on you. And that's what
because
happened with Exani.
they're seeing what we're seeing, because we could have easily lost that game to the Giants. You saw how the momentum was turning as soon as the third quarter started with the Boston Scott fumble.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't blame this on the players.
I mean, the
you
Boston
could.
Scott fumble, that goes back to
It is kind of the players' fault with the miscommunication, but
yeah.
my goodness, as a coach, you're supposed to be able to adjust to that.
But how many more screen passes are we going to throw that don't work, man? Like why are we? I'd rather see a jet sweep because something new. Like I feel like the best play out of that screen was the Covey. That screen pass to Covey, that might have been the best play out there. But it's like I'm tired of the shotguns and the slants, and not slants. The screen pass. Like you got to mix it up. You know, when I look at the Baltimore Ravens offense, when I look at everybody's offense, I see creative plays. Even the Vikings game, I watch them versus Detroit.
Even the
And I see them.
Giants,
Look how they
even the
spread
Giants
these
before they
players out.
lost,
We don't do
even
that.
even the Giants 2 weeks ago, before they took that L to fucking whoever they took the L to, but when they won against the Packers, that was more exciting to see than any of these past 3 losses, or even this one, or even this win.
Because they spread their players out, man. We're all jammed up in a bunch, man. I feel like you ever played Madden, and it's like it's the same plays you call over and over again.
Yes.
It's not creative, and teams that you're playing in the playoffs. I listen. I keep on saying it. Everybody talk about the playoffs. That's great and fine, but what are you going to do in the playoffs when you play a team that knows what you're doing? How are you going to adjust? Because we still haven't adjusted to those stuff that, and we lost 3 straight.
Yeah.
You lost 3 backbone breakers right now. And that Seahawks game really hurt us.
Because now we have to be ahead of the fucking 49ers. Oh man, we could, if we had won that Seattle game, we would be the 1 seed right now. Now we need more help from either Washington or the Rams to get the 1 seed.
Well, you can't count.
And if you look at this team right now, and we asked this before the game or before this live stream, do you really think the Eagles deserve the 1 seed?
No. I mean, dude, I truly believe the 49ers will take the number 1 seed. We will either get the number 2 or the number 3. I don't think we're going to get the number 1 seed. I don't think the 49ers they're not losing to the Rams, and they're not losing to Washington. So who else are they going to play that is anything close? Listen, Baltimore is a hell of a team.
Yeah.
Baltimore is looking like a Super Bowl.
That was the best team they could possibly face.
Yeah.
And they just lost them. Thank by them.
them.
You don't think the 49ers are going to just be like, okay, this is a learning lesson. Let's be humble. Let's get back on our winning ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bump in the road, but you really think we're going to lose to Washington?
I mean, everybody calling
Rams.
My fault. Go ahead.
That's all I was going to say.
Everybody calling Brock Purdy a fraud, but listen, Brock Purdy has never played that type of that defense is what I want in Philadelphia, man. Did you see how they play them? We're gonna be in your face all day. We're not gonna let you do what you're doing. That stuff that you're doing, that's that motion and all that stuff, that's not gonna work with us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And they got to Brock Purdy, and I feel like that's what this defense needs in Philadelphia. That same pedigree. That we're going to be in your face, that we're going to take anything that you have that's going good for you, and we're going to make it beneficial for us.
On a positive note, EC1, I really don't think that we've shown our true potential. I really think we're saving our best and sparing it for the playoffs. You really think we're giving our best effort out there on the regular season?
No, I've been saying that since week 1. This team hasn't done that.
You really think we're going to show our hand in the regular season? I really think we're going to show our hand, really in the postseason where we're about to eliminate you. That's why I'm not giving up on this team just yet, because I really think we haven't shown our best until we get to the playoffs.
Dude, I want to be optimistic. Listen, I don't want to be negative, Nancy. You think I want to sit there and say my team is going to win it done? No. I don't thrive off that. So you know what? Today, hiding. I'm going to say my Eagles are going to go one and done because I want to feel great about myself. No, man. I hope to God I'm damn wrong. And I hope to God that I would have to apologize to Mayor for saying that we're going to win and done. But this team right here, they came and closed out the Giants, man. You were up 20-3, and I'm going to keep on stressing it enough because people don't understand me. 20-3. That team should have been done. And then you gave them momentum. Penalties. Coaching. By the way, Nick Sonic taking a timeout. Really? Taking a timeout?
Yeah, in the fourth quarter. Yeah. You should have seen me at my job when I was disgusted about that bullshit. At the job, I was like, yo, Nick Sirianni, why the fuck are you calling a timeout? You let them take the delay game call. That was that you saw what would happen. Yo, that would have been a delay game call, yo.
Yeah, I mean that's why I don't like. By the way, Vic Fangio almost lost that Cowboys game, dude. He really did because that defense bailed him out, man. I've been telling people this Vic Fangio defense scheme that we're running does not work. That's why he was out of Denver. That's why he hasn't been a good defense scorer. That's why he's been fired for I think 4 different teams. He's been on, and he's been fired for each and one of them. His scheme does not work, and yet we continue to bring the exact same scheme into our system. Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand how you would want a defense that gives up so many plays and you let the offense dictate you. I don't get it. I like that Baltimore Ravens defense. That's the old school mentality that I love. I love that Jim Johnson type defense, and I feel like you have to have that right mentality in Philadelphia.
Well, here's the thing, EC1. In order to have a Jim Johnson type defense, blitzing is effective every now and then, but you have to have corners that could be able to back you up and be able to keep up with the wide receivers. We don't have that.
Yeah, man. That's why you don't pay 32-year-olds.
Yes, like Darius Slay, Bradbury, who might not be in his 30s.
Dingleberry. That's what we call him now. We don't call him Bradbury. His name is changed to Dingleberry for now.
Oh, yeah, Dingleberry.
James Dingleberry. That's his name. Or Shittyberry. Whatever you want to call him, man. Shittyberry. I don't call him by his name. He don't deserve his name, man. He's been horrible. I don't know.
Bradbury. I'm sorry. Dingleberry is 30 years old. He's about to be 31 next August. He's bald. He's on some bald head ho shit. I had to crack a bottle for that, or crack a can for that.
You're gonna have to crack more bottles when you watch him play, man, because I feel like he always get like did you see that one play where he just staying there as I feel like that was that one tight end for the Giants was just right there, and he's like he doesn't even attack the ball. He doesn't care about attacking the ball.
He's a fucking mannequin? Bitch! Do something.
Like him and Slay just push guys out of bounds, man. No, put your full pads and hit the dude, man.
Yes. Wrap your arms around the dude, bear hug, form tackle. That's all you need to do. That's what you get paid for.
Pretend you're giving someone a hug, man. Come on.
Yes. But in an aggressive way. Pretend you're tackling a hoe like you passionately love that bitch.
I mean, I won't go too far with that one, but yeah.
I'm not talking about sodomy. I'm not talking about raping the bitch, but passionately put your hands around the bitch.
I mean, like these guys don't want to tackle, bro. I did you see how many missed tackles we had against the Giants, man? Saquon, it's like look at the Nolan Smith tackle, right? If Nolan Smith hits the dude, the play's over. But Saquon ends up getting 2 more yards.
Okay, so let me give you a situation. Let's say we magically get past the 49ers in the NFC Championship game, whether it be via at home or on the road. Do you see this team right now in this state that we are in right now beating the fucking Ravens in the Super Bowl?
Did you say we were getting past the 49ers? Did that just come out?
I said if, hypothetically.
Okay, so we do.
Let's say we are.
Okay, well, if we decide to get our coaching right and we get our head out of, you know what? Yeah, I listen, man. I truly believe that we can beat any team we want. It's just the coaching that's holding us back. We have the players to win a Super Bowl. I keep on stressing it enough, right? I feel like you're not going to fill every piece, right? We're going to have some holes. That's what happens, right? You lose C.J. Gardner-Johnson, huge loss for us. You lose T.J. Edwards, you lose Kaiser White, you lose Epps, you lose all these guys, Jamon Hargrave, you lose them. You can't fill every position, but you can eliminate the damage if you play the right defense. And that's why I love Matt Patricia's defense, because look where I think the personnel that he brings is so much better than Sean Desai. Sean Desai don't put Keelan Ringo out there. So he puts James Bradbury out there and freaking Josh Jobs or someone like that.
He's not so much better, but he's better than Desai, who's
Matt Patricia is a top 10.
Desai's a fucking chicken, though. I'll give Patricia that.
What to say? Listen, you're gonna stop disrespecting my boy Matt Patricia, man. I'm telling you, give him a year and see what he does. That aggressive defense corner is in the building, man. We just don't promote the right guys. Like, tell me that Denard Wilson shouldn't have got the job over a guy like Sean Desai.
I'm gonna need a minute before I answer that question.
Go ahead, take all the minute you want.
You keep talking. I'm gonna eat the rest of this piece of chicken.
But it wasn't chicken when we versed the Giants, though, man. We made it the game. Hey, dude, when we
played the Giants, we were chasing the chicken. We had them on our fucking plates. They were running away. We didn't realize that shit was still alive, and it just ran away.
Hey, Jaguar,
instead of chopping it up, boom, it ran away.
Jaguar,
we need to chop the chicken when it's there and dead, and it feels like it's dead. You gotta chop that chicken, man.
I feel bad for Doug Pearson over there. He got a regressive Carson Wentz already in his building, man. That Trevor Lawrence dude is trash, man. Horrible, basuda, ass cheeks, dog water. That dude is not good, bro. He's not it, man. I'm sorry. That guy has regressed ever since. Dude, he doesn't. I'm sorry. Especially last week, he was horrible. Now I don't know about this week. I think this week he was a little bit better. But last week, oh my God, he threw 4 turnovers? Yeah. Law is injured as well. So was Jalen Hurts, supposedly.
But he's fighting through it.
That's true.
Dude, I want to mention this real quick. How bad do you think we need this bye right now? We need the Niners to slip up right now, bro. We need the bye more than the Niners. We need the bye more than the Lions. We're in a 3-way tie right now, believe it or not.
Let's look at the 49ers schedule. Let's see, all right?
The 49ers, I'll tell you this. They have the fucking Washington Redskins on the road, and then they got the Rams again. I believe on the road.
Let me pull this out real quick, okay? Because I want you to honestly think that let me just pull this up, and honestly, let me talk to you for a second, because I don't see them losing another game. Look at their schedule, man. All right, let me make it bigger for you. Okay?
2 games on the road. Oh, wait, the last game is at home.
Exactly, but where do you see them losing at? You think Washington beat them? I don't think they beat them.
The Rams are desperate. I can see the Rams, not the Washington Redskins.
I don't see the Rams beating them, though. I don't. I think the only competition that they had really in this game is the Ravens. I don't see them slipping up again. I think at best we're going to get that 2 seed.
And I know the game versus the Seahawks that cost us. That might have cost us the 1 seed, but
what really cost us the game was losing to the 49ers. Because if you took care of your food and you weren't playing with it, we wouldn't be in this situation where we had to bank on the 49ers to lose a game.
You know what? That's true.
If you beat the Dallas Cowboys and you didn't take them like a chumps, and they didn't take you like chumps, like I keep on saying this, bro. And then I'll keep on pulling this up because I keep on telling this is what they thought about us, man. This is what teams think about us when they play us, man. This is what they think about.
No. Oh, I thought he said no. I'm about to get mad at you.
You know what the f*** it was, Sean. It's our house.
If they don't score, they don't win.
You feel me?
Always a pleasure. Always. Yes, sir. Yep. Great job. I know what it is, man. How to do it. We don't lose at home. It does. You know what it is.
A lot of sad people in green.
Hey, shut the boys out now.
What?
That's what they think about us. They look at us like bums. Every team that plays us knows that we can't, if we don't score, we don't win.
Mm-hmm.
And if you play a team like the 49ers in the playoffs, like, honestly, I mean, dude, like, I don't know, man. The way we're playing, we look like at best a one and done football team. And now we get a home playoff game. Maybe they'll change it, but we're not playing like. Look, you can talk about the record all you want.
Yeah.
You're not playing like the record that you are. And really, to be honest, those games that we lost, we should have been prepared already. That 49ers game should have woke us up immediately. We're still not waking up, bro. We almost let the Giants beat us.
We're sleepwalking.
Yeah. And we're just getting there just by an inch. We're not taking advantage. We're, like you said, we're playing with the food. We're playing with a chicken.
I still got some chicken left. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm playing with my food. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while. But I'm still playing with my food. I still got some food left. Ugh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I want us to be better and actually finish our food.
There's no one who want to be more wrong than me, bro. Because like I said in this year, you had to win the Super Bowl, and this team. I'm sorry to say it, bro. And two things changed. They I don't know what you want me to say. I'm already accepting that this team right now is best going one and done. Until they show
we're not as bad as one and done. I mean, pick your poison. I mean, do you want
to
face?
I mean, what team you want to play that really we can beat?
I mean, in the first round, I mean, we do play Seattle. If the season ended today, we'll play Seattle.
And you think we're going to beat them? Because they own us.
Yeah, we haven't beat them in the past 15 years. Or do you want to play, or do you want to drop to the 5 seed and play somebody from the NFC South, which would be Tampa Bay on the road again,
and
like
we can't
week 3?
Nope. Yeah, I mean,
we can beat Tampa Bay on the road.
We can,
but then if you get past them, it's just like, well, the rest of your shit pretty much is road games.
But I don't know. They're playing good football right now. Tampa Bay is starting to get it together.
Yeah, but they showed fear against us in week 3. They showed fear against us in week 3, though.
That's week 3, man. The teams have changed over the season. They might not be the same team from week 3. And you also got to understand, they were dealing with injuries too. They didn't have their star corner in that game.
They didn't have Carlton Davis. Yeah, no. I agree with that.
They didn't have him. And I think was their number one linebacker, was he playing that game too? I think he was playing, but was he fully healthy? I don't know. But like
Lord
I said,
knows Vita Vea was in there too.
Yeah, he was playing, but again, man, you know, our best win this season so far, I think, was Miami Dolphins game.
I think it was against. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to say that one too. I was almost gonna say against the Bucks, but I think the one against Miami is our best win, and we didn't win that one by more than 2 possessions. We have failed to win a game by more than 2 possessions this season, and that's terrible.
And here's my thing, right? Everybody talk about the playoffs, man. That's great and fine, but the goal is to go back to the Super Bowl and win it. When you go to the Super Bowl and you don't win it, your objective, the guys you brought in, you don't bring Byron in if you're not going to the Super Bowl. You don't bring guys like Shaq Leonard in, a guy that chose you over the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
because Nick Sirianni was bribing him that look at the confetti, look at all that. Yeah, maybe Nick Sirianni should have told him, hey, by the way, my coaching stinks, but hey, you know, we can dream on the confetti dropping on him somehow, some way. He forgot to tell that part.
That would have been a turnoff for Shaq Leonard. Then we wouldn't be as good versus the Giants. We probably would have lost.
Yeah, well, I mean, Shaq Leonard was a bright spot, man. Him and Hassan Reddick showed up big, bro. Hassan Reddick is, listen, man. Hassan Reddick, there's a reason why he's one of the best as a pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking for a big deal. And now you got to pay him next year for sure. And then we'll get down that road when the time comes. But it's like Shaq Leonard and Hassan Reddick are the 2 bright spots. They're leaders and captains for a reason. You know, but you got the Super Bowl pieces. You don't have the coaches. And that's my problem is these coaches are going to fail these players. It's not the players I'm worried about. Because honestly, I think most of the part of why Jalen's are struggling is because the coaches. You're throwing the ball constantly when you should be running the football team. Why are we being a pass happy? What is with us teams being a pass happy offense? That's not how you win in this league. You got to be balanced. You know, you got to be balanced in this league. And the fact that you don't still make I don't know what DeAndre Swift has to do to become the number one running back. I mean, maybe he has to run backwards. Maybe he has to run blindfolded. But it's like, dude is jumping over guys. I mean, I get it.
He's Super Mario, that nigga, man.
Listen, man, everybody told he don't pass block well. Oh, who gives a shit about pass block? I don't give a fuck.
Do you see how versatile that dude is? And we just keep holding him and sparing him. I'm so sick of that.
Listen, I thought Kenny Gainwell did all right, but it's like,
yeah, he did.
I'm tired of seeing that dude, man. Every play we see Kenny G out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, like I get it. Kenny G is great. He's a great guy who can block. But it's like I keep on saying I don't care about blocking, man. I want star players, man. And DeAndre Swift is a star player. And the fact that we're not using him.
I'll tell you this. The only time I want to see Kenny G is if he's on fucking saxophone or something. That flew over your head.
Yes,
oh shit.
No, it's cool, dude. I understand what you're saying. It's going to be the 49ers in the Super Bowl, man. I hope not. I hope it's us, bro, because I really want that Lombardi trophy. I feel like we got robbed. We got robbed of a chance to be a Super Bowl champion. And I feel like that's why Bradbury's also and I agree with the one guy who was saying that. Maybe Bradbury is still shaking over that Super Bowl. But here's the thing. I don't give a rat's ass if he is or not. You got paid top money. You came back. Well, really, to be honest, you could have got more money, but you came back. So you knew what it was. We're paying you both, Slay and Bradbury, DB money. And yet y'all don't want to tackle. Y'all on your podcast 24/7 talking about, oh, I don't want to tackle, but I play great. Meanwhile, your team get destroyed. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm done with these old-ass corners, man. Next year, we need to draft younger. I want a young DB. I look at this draft next year coming up. You got a lot of young corners in this draft that you can draft. There's no excuse if we don't pick at least one corner in the draft next year. If we don't pick one, at least a safety or a goddamn linebacker, I'm losing my shit next year. I'm telling you, because you cannot continue to do the exact same stuff. You have to draft defense next year. You got to fix these mistakes. You can't continue to pay corners.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But at the same time,
Smith coming up too, and he's eligible for a contract.
Yes.
Dickerson's eligible for a contract. You can't let these guys out the building. And Hassan Reddick is going to want to get paid. So you have a lot of situations that need to happen before you ever think about signing another guy like Slay, another deal. I would sign Keelan Ringo, that type of deal, before I would sign Slay. And that's just being real. I'm done with people telling me, well, Slay's an elite corner. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. And I want him off this team next year. I didn't want to pay him in the first place.
You know, opposing quarterbacks are just afraid to try Slay. That's all it is. You know, he's getting bailed out. That's all it is. I mean, he's good, but he ain't great as what he used to be at the Lions.
I mean, it's like, what's it? A more common. Choose your weapon. You want to go off the Bradbury or you want to go off the Slay?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, with the scheme and everything. And going back to what you said about Slay. Oh, shit. Going back to what you said about Slay, I really do feel like we do need to get younger at that position, and Bradbury too. But I feel like we should keep them around, not starting, but to kind of, groom the young guys, be the old wise men of the group. That's really the only reason why I want them around. I don't want them playing or starting. I just want them to be kind of the teachers and the mentors of the young people. If we're going to go the route of, like back in the day, the Sheldon Browns and the Lito Shepherds, who were corners for us. Remember when we drafted them in 2003?
Wasn't that a great year, man? Listen, bro,
that was a great year for corners.
I wasn't alive at the time when we drafted them, but I saw them play when I got a little bit, when I was, those were good corners. They were. Like, ever since then, we haven't drafted corner. I think the last corner we drafted that was close to the first round was Sidney Jones. And let's just say that ain't turning into a great DB because I don't even know where the hell he is now. Where's he at?
And
So,
guess
like-
who Lito Shepherd and Sheldon Brown succeeded? They succeeded Troy Vincent
Yep.
and fucking what is his name? Fucking Bobby Taylor.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, are you trying to compare those two to Slay and Bradbury? Because
Hell no.
Okay,
They were
I'm just
They were
saying.
miles better than.
I didn't know where you were going with this. That's why I asked.
Whew.
I mean, you know, hey, there's some people who actually think that Slay should be. Listen, man, listen. When Slay first came to, I also noticed this. When Slay first came here, he had more energy than he is now.
Mm-hmm.
As he's getting a little bit older, you see he doesn't want to do anything. Right? He just wants to be there because he's a locker room leader and that he thinks he needs to be. But it's like, dude, I need you to tackle. And if you're not doing that, you're not giving me 100% effort, you got to go, bro. It's simple as that. And I think part of it is also, right, this is the year, right, in 2024. There's corners. I looked at the draft. There's corners that are going to be out here. You got a lot of good corners coming out, even better than what it was last year. You can draft one in the first round and the second round this year. That's how deep they are. It's a DB draft this year, which makes me think, does Howie Roseman go offense this year since there's a lot of DB draft?
Okay. So EC1, now that I got you falling in love so much with corners so much, how come where was that hype for all the the linebackers in the beginning? I mean,
hey, listen, man, I would love to draft a linebacker. I just don't think the Eagles would do it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think they do it. That's not who they are, though. That's why I don't talk about the linebackers so much. Listen, I've been begging for a linebacker since the day Patrick Queen was in the draft. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I look at every linebacker and I look at, we could have this guy, we could have this guy. They don't draft linebackers. They refuse to do it. And it's killing this team, but they're going to continue to sign guys off the practice squad. They're going to continue to go in free agency, and they're going to sign younger guys that they can develop. They don't draft linebackers. I'm not going to waste my breath if it's just going to be the exact same way. So, I mean, if I know the Eagles, one of three things are going to happen. They're going to draft offensive linemen because that's their bread and butter. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen, or they're going to draft another receiver, or they're going to draft, a corner. I don't see them drafting linebackers. It's not me saying this; it's them. They made it known in the NFL that they don't draft linebackers. They don't want to draft.
You're basing this off of experience, and I don't blame you because we never do it. We never draft linebackers.
When's the last time we drafted a linebacker in the first round? The last time we drafted a linebacker in the first round, or even in the early rounds, was Bobby. Mike Mamula. I mean, that's the last guy we drafted. Yeah, and he didn't turn out to be great. So it's like
78. That's 45 years old. That's old enough to be a grandmother.
You ever been to about Jeremiah Trotter Jr.? We didn't draft Jeremiah Trotter Jr. though.
We didn't.
Did we draft Jeremiah Trotter? Did we draft him? He was drafted by the Commanders, right?
The cockroaches.
The cockroaches, right? And he was signed. So it's like I don't see Jeremiah Trotter become, because I don't think that was one of their guys. I would love Jeremiah Trotter, but listen, you got good linebackers in this draft coming up. You got that guy from Alabama that's coming up.
Oh my God, we drafted Shady in the first round. No, we drafted him in the second round.
Yeah, we didn't draft Shady in the first round, man. We don't draft running backs. We don't draft linebackers. We don't draft anything that we just don't draft those two positions. And you can see it's killing this team. It's killing this team, man. It is. It's just killing this team, man. Because I look at a guy like, what's the Alabama linebacker that's coming in this draft? What's his name? Dallas. What's his name? But anyway, it's a linebacker that's coming in this draft that's named Dallas, but he's from Alabama. That guy's everywhere. I would love to draft that guy. It's not just Jeremiah Trotter I would want. Eagles drafted Jeremiah Trotter in the third round. Okay, so they did draft him. Okay, so
yeah, but in the third.
Okay, I thought he was signed by. Okay, all right, my fault. That's my fault. That's why you got Bobby in the chat, man.
That's my fault too, because I thought we didn't draft him either. I thought he got drafted by Washington.
I mean, dude, when you're so used to not drafting linebackers, you forget some of your history. I'm
It's
tired of.
ingrained in your brain, dude. You
Dude,
can't.
I'm so sick of not drafting. Like, dude, we need linebackers, and this team is. That's why we're having a lot of problems. Why do you think we can't play that Raven defense? Because we don't have the type players to do that.
Mhm.
And we're going to talk about we need to draft a linebacker. We need to draft. We're not going to do it. It would be lucky if we drop a guy in another. We'll probably draft another Kobe Dean in the third round.
Yeah. And we waited and waited for that dude to fall, and he
Yeah,
just fell into
I'm
our
surprised we
hands.
drafted him. Honestly,
He fell into our hands.
dude, I thought the Eagles were going to pass up on him. I didn't think they were going to draft him.
Everybody thought he was horrible because he was a supposed thug, and he had a
No, that was
criminal
Jalen
record.
Carter. No, they didn't like the injury history from the Kobe Dean.
Well, yeah, my bad, Jalen Carter. Yeah, you're right.
And he was a bonehead yesterday too. He made mistakes. But listen, I mean, Jalen Carter was the right pick
He
last year.
he actually got lucky on one play. I was telling Eagles Champ earlier. So there was a play that was supposed to be offsides on Jalen Carter, and he never got called for it. They called a false start on the Giants instead. So instead of being first down for the Giants on a 4th and 4 play, it turned into a 4th and 9, which backed the Giants up instead. So I thought Jalen Carter was lucky there. So
Yeah, I mean that was a huge mistake letting CJ walk, bro. Listen, man, I don't care what we offered him. We should have paid him that money that he deserved. And
but the refs are on your side, Eagles. I mean, the refs helped you out there. This is
No,
saying these hoes.
I'm talking. No, he's an Eagle fan, but you talk about Denard Wilson should have been the DC. We should have signed CJ Reddick, Swift. Well, I mean, listen, bro. Like CJ Garner Johnson, his agent messed it up, but it's like I feel like CJ Garner Johnson left. He wasn't mad at the Eagle fans. So a lot of people think, well, he said he hated the Eagle fans. No, he said he hated the Philadelphia, and he was saying that to Howie Roseman because Howie Roseman wasn't willing to pay him what he wanted. And CJ thought Howie Roseman did him dirty. That's what he was trying to say.
He literally got the same exact contract he would have. Man, he got a little less in fucking Detroit.
Because he wanted to prove himself, man. This is all about, I want to show Howie Roseman that I'm that guy that you messed up. That's what it was. It was a pissing match. I'm that guy. You didn't want me pay me that top money. I'm walking to Detroit. I'm going to show you that I can take a franchise that hasn't done stuff to the playoffs and win the championship. That's what it was.
And get them their first division championship in fucking 30 years. But yet you weren't. Hey, let me say this, though. He wasn't even on the field for at least half the action. He was injured the whole time. Mm-hmm. He must be one hell of a cheerleader.
Hey, listen, man. When you got to listen, man. Yeah, is it crazy to not want a guy like Dan Campbell over next year?
Yeah, I'll give Dan Campbell more fucking credit than I'll give CJ Gardner Johnson. CJ Gardner isn't much of an upgrade, but he is an upgrade.
CJ's a beast, dude.
CJ's a beast. Yeah, I'll give him that. I could use him over here in Philly, but overall, man, he ain't thankful to be here.
Up to get.
He'll take less money to be in Detroit than he would to be here in Philly. God damn, bro.
But you know what?
Just because he got his fucking car stolen?
I mean, that was wrong in some ways, bro. I mean,
it was.
But it's like
it was, but he could easily afford another one. He's a fucking billionaire.
I mean, but here's the thing, man, right? He wasn't, and people talk about, well, he angry at Eagle fans. No, man, he wasn't angry at us. He was angry at Howie Roseman because he felt like Howie Roseman did not treat him like a number one safety, which we didn't because we didn't pay him like a number one safety. We treated him like you're part of the scheme, but you're not more valuable than Darius Slay. You're not more valuable than Bradbury.
I'll tell you this. I'll side with Howie Roseman on this. I'll say that he treated him like he was just as valuable as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
he overlooked that. Yeah, I'll switch the wording a little bit. He didn't treat him like he was nothing. He treated him like, hey, you're just like everybody else in this room. You're like everybody else.
Well, you remember when we drafted Cena Brown, everybody was talking about he was going to start week 1, and I said he wasn't. Told you why.
Yeah.
I told you that he had trouble tackling. That's why I didn't want to draft him the way we were. And everybody told me that this guy was going to listen. I think he's going to be good eventually, but he's a project.
Mhm.
I just want to know because I'm still getting people on my videos with the Cindy Brown draft video saying I was wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. I told you that this guy was a project. I told you this guy wasn't a day one starter. Y'all were comparing him to Troy Polamalu. You were saying he was the next Brian Dawkins. You were saying this and that. I didn't say that. I didn't go that route. I told you that if I had my choice, I would have went so hard. I would have gave up everything in the second round to go and get Brian Branch. Brian Branch looked
Thank you, Bobby Murphy, because it was either the Eagles who was going to give you the most money, which wasn't what you wanted, or it was Detroit who was going to give you less, but you look more like a superstar, which kind of alludes to Eagles Champ's point. I mean, do you want to be in a winning situation, an even more winning situation than you would in, I don't know, Detroit?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think CJ would have made this defense a lot bit better?
Yes.
Okay. So it's like, all right, you know that guy's a star. And he's only, 25 years old. So, yeah he
he's
would
a
have
star.
to go on Johnson. You would have to give up a little bit. But here's the thing. That's what good teams do, right? And I love what Harry Roseman done. But listen, Harry Roseman needs to stop being cheap and actually, you know what? You deserve that money. You got to, like, I'm hoping next year we pay Swift. If you let him out that building,
that's
we're going
important
back to
too, because
situation.
here's the thing, though. Swift could walk out exactly how CJ did, and I would hate that.
And that's why I feel like it's going to happen again, because Howard Roseman's not going to do. He's going to give him a 1-year deal, and so said, "No, I'm not going to take a 1-year deal. This is my hometown."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And you
I
see
want this type of money.
And you know what? And you know what? Excuse he's going to make this year if he decides to walk out. You guys don't utilize me as much as I should be, because I'm a 1,000-yard running back, and you guys decide to use Gainwell instead. Make him the star. I'm out of here.
Like I truly believe that Swift wants to come back. I mean, this is his hometown.
And by the way, Bobby, his agent got fired. He fired his agent.
Yeah, I mean, I would fire my agent too. Did you see how you put him on Twitter? What agent puts a contract on Twitter and say which one's better? You need someone to tell you which one's better. You're supposed to be an agent. Nah, you got to go, bro. You got to pack your stuff and get the hell out of here, man. Sitting there telling people on Twitter and making a poll tweet saying which one's better, which ones would you take? Dude, you're
Twitter, and then eventually the world roasted him on that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, we gave Bradbury a 3-year deal. Yeah, well, he's not worth that fucking money.
He's not worth that at all. Yeah, get rid of that. Take your losses as far as that contract goes. Pay him. Get him the fuck out of here.
Bradbury got to go. Slay got to go. Everyone will talk about Maddox. Listen, we're missing Maddox. You can't deny that. I know the guy doesn't feel healthy. You got to listen, man. Unless you know another replacement that is just as good as Maddox, you got to keep him. But I would actually make him take a pay cut. You know what I'm saying? I think he's willing to do that. I think Maddox is a guy that wants to be with Goddard. I think that he wants to stay with the Eagles. He loves the Eagles.
My nickname for Avonte Maddox is the chess piece, because we can literally move him around anywhere like a free safety. He's pretty much a strong safety. We can move him around anywhere. He could play any position in that backfield, except for
you were going to call him
for starting corner. But he's a perfect nickel corner. He's a perfect strong safety.
Yeah.
I don't know about free safety, but this dude, he has a huge impact that is missed.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell we're missing Maddox, man. I mean, Maddox made a huge difference, and losing him is huge. I thought you were going to call him the new the glass chandelier. I mean, the glass window that breaks every time you stare at it. I mean, listen, man, the guy got to stay healthy, bro. But listen, I mean, he is very valuable, and you can't deny it. I mean, everybody talk about, well, Maddox, we don't need him. Nah, man, you can't replace that type of guy. You got to understand, when Maddox first came in the draft, a lot of people had him higher than he was. He fell because of injuries. That's why he fell in the 3rd round.
If you're going to give a guy, and this is going to Bobby's next comment, if you're going to pay him $10 million for a year, That is a miracle considering how fucking injury prone you've been. If I'm Howie Roseman, I'm kind of giving like, okay, maybe 3.5 mil, maybe 4 mil, 5 mil, something like that. 5 mil at the most. That's a miracle. 10 mil?
Yeah.
Or maybe that's part of his contract. I don't know what his contract is, but I'm just like, 10 mil is a miracle.
Well, I mean, listen, bro. I mean, Howard Roseman has a lot of work, and I know we talk about the all season, but listen, dude, like, we're almost in playoff mode, and once you're at the playoffs, man, it's off season talk, bro. It's off season talk.
Then we can start talking about the draft and shit.
Yeah, what linebackers we not going to draft that we want to dream of?
Yeah.
What quarterbacks are we go? Oh no, wait, we paid Darius Slay more money. We just gave him a bonus deal for 2-0.
I know some Eagles fans are going to be out there. Oh yeah, let's trade up to get Caleb Williams because we hate Jalen Hurts so much. Those goofballs, and we have to deal with them fucking douchebags.
Hey, listen, man. The people who hate Jalen Hurts, all I gotta say is read and weep, bitch, because that's all. He ain't going nowhere.
He got us to a Super Bowl. There ain't nothing you can do about that. He ain't going nowhere.
I don't understand. There's a lot of people. I was on Joey Shake's stream. Shout out to Joey Shakes, by the way. But there was a lot of fans that were calling for him to be benched. They were saying, "Oh, I don't think he's a guy who can redeem." Listen, man, it's not him. I'm telling you, it's not. It's the coaching, bro. You can't just blame it on one guy. And I get it. He's the most important guy, and I get
he's the leader too.
He's not stepping it. I noticed he's stepping with his back foot a lot, and that goes back to he doesn't trust his coaching, and once you
nobody
have
does,
that, he's going to have issues.
And I don't blame him for that because nobody does.
No, I mean, look, and this is why I would love if Nick Sutton's staying. Go get me Frank Wright. Go get me a guy that can help this team. Like go get me experience off the corner. Don't sign guys in the house. Don't do that anymore. Go get a guy like if we could. I don't think he will because I think he wants to be a head coach. But go get me Ben Johnson. I know he won't come, but if you could get an experienced offensive coordinator that could come in there and bring life into us, I think we'd be bad. But I don't know, man. Brian Johnson, I don't know if he has the keys though. And I don't know if Nick Sutton wants a guy like Frank Wright. Does he want a guy that might take control of his offense? Would he bring a guy like Frank? I know he likes Frank Wright, but does he want to work with him? Because Frank Wright's going to want to be the offense coordinator if he comes in. He's going to want the plays. He's going to want to have control. And does he want to go back to a guy like Howie Roseman that's going to tell him what to do? He left because of that stuff. So I just don't see that. I don't see that happening. I don't. I think Howie Roseman. I think the first thing you need to do next year is Jeffrey Lurie needs to say to Howie Roseman, "You can't have all the power. You got to give up something." And any coach that comes in, whether it's offense coordinator, defense coordinator, or head coach, you got to find a way to give them some power. I get the Chip Kelly experience, but here's the thing: Chip Kelly, I would have let him go. The second you wanted power, bye-bye. Yeah. You can find another college coach that can do the same. We acting like Chip Kelly was a G. He won with Andy Reid's players, man. He literally did what he took Andy Reid's players into the playoffs. He really wasn't special. Okay. And the thing about it is we gave him power, and that was wrong from the beginning. Right? We shoved Howie Roseman in the boiler room. And we get
That's how we should treat fucking Brian Johnson.
Yeah, maybe we should shove him in the boiler room. Maybe he'll become a better offense coordinator. maybe we should shove Nick Sirianni in the boiler room for 3 to 4 days, and maybe he'll become a Super Bowl head coach.
This is for somebody else. Don't mind that.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, make it a linebacker video of every day. A player will never draft. Man, I'm not wasting my time this year with linebacker. Man, listen, if you're on my channel, man, don't expect a linebacker video because we don't draft them. And I would love to draft a linebacker. I'm not going to believe anything until officially said the Eagles with the first pick is drafting a linebacker. And then you could sit there and tell me, we drafted a linebacker, and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm shocked. The day we draft the linebacker, I will have wings on my. I'll be up. I'll see pigs fly and move the sky.
Let me take you back to a time where we had a draft a year and a half ago, where Eagles champ.
We going all the way.
Billy Mike. He made a bet that the Eagles were not going to draft a linebacker in the first round, and Philly Mike said, "Yes, we are going to draft a linebacker in the first round." And if Eagles Champ loses that bet, and we do draft a linebacker in the first round, he was going to have to run outside with just underwear on, like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. And we didn't end up.
Think about it. If I lost that bet, it'd be so bad. It'd be a popular video. Look at that white boy with his underwear looking. Man, I'm telling you right now, I might have won the
They would have instantly called you Alfalfa, bro.
No, they would.
But you were right.
They would have called me a skinny white boy with no bone structure, because that's the day I listen. Man,
oh yeah, look at that little wigger running around like willy nilly.
I wasn't gonna say all that. You know what I'm saying?
Wigger champ, they say. But anyways, Eagle Champ was right all along. We're not drafting
because
round.
It's not me saying it; it's the organization. They don't draft linebackers.
It's a tradition.
And we continue to fall in that path because we look at the linebacker and say, "Well, they got to draft this guy." Listen, man, you can say all you want. They're in charge of the draft. Yeah. We're not. If I was in charge, we'd be drafting linebackers every year. For the last 4 to 5 years, we'd be drafting a linebacker this one, linebacker that one. I would have 6 linebackers in this draft, all to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I would have cornerbacks. I would have 1 year cornerbacks this year. We're drafting straight cornerbacks all year until we get at least one right. Now, I think Keelan Ringo is going to be good. I do think he's a number 2 corner. And a lot of people telling me that this guy was a safety. He's a good corner, man. And I know it's down on him. No, I wasn't down on him. I was down on Cindy Brown. You can't tell me I was down on the kid. I liked the Keelan Ringo pick. I was down on the Cindy Brown pick. What's wrong?
I just lost my parlay.
You said what?
I just lost my parlay.
What's that mean?
I lost a fucking bet on Underdog.
Don't worry, you'll be just right with Nick Sirianni and the head coaches.
Man, fuck you.
I'm sorry, man. I really am, bro.
It's all good, man.
Earliest they would take a linebacker in that too, bro. I'd be shocked if we take one in the 5th round.
God
when did we get Kobe Dean? When did we get him? We got him in the 3rd round? 3rd rounder?
Fuck Michael Bridges. And fuck Clint Capella too. Jesus Christ. Nobody can win a bet for me. No. And not even Ja Morant. Man, this is ridiculous.
Oh,
man, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm talking about the nigga with the guns, man. Man, fuck this parlay.
Game banger that's in the suburbs. Then
yeah. The one who's pretending to be a gangbanger and all that shit. Yeah.
I mean, earliest we take was 2 or 3, bro. Man, listen, bro.
Gang, nigga.
I hope to God we do draft a linebacker, man. If this is the year, if Howie Roseman is certainly watching this team, he has to think, my God, we need a linebacker. I mean, dude, if you are searching for a linebacker so many times, you're bringing guys in, you're signing guys like you got to think linebacker got to be your priority next year in this draft. You got to think corner got to be like I don't know how you cannot watch this team and say linebacker's not a priority. No, we don't need linebackers. We don't need linebackers. No, you got to draft them, man, because it's killing this team. You can't continue to sign 31-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 28. And I like Shaq Leonard, but it's like he's a rental. He's a
bridge gap. He's a bridge gap.
But I wouldn't mind signing him back, man. But I'm not signed to a 4-year deal or nothing like that. I would sign him to another 1-year deal.
3 or less.
Yeah. But then we'll be back on the Darius Slay and Bradbury train, because then they get older and it's like, oh shit, we got to actually pay them top money. And then we pay them and we're in the situation again. Like we got to start at the 28 years old. You got to go. You got to go, man. You got to go, bro.
Yeah, get the Gen Zs. Get the Gen Zs up in here.
Huh?
Get the Gen Zs up in here.
I mean, I don't know, man. What else? What else was there good? What did you think else was good? I said, Keelan Ringo played great.
Dallas Goedert actually had a good game.
Yeah. except him falling.
Going back to what I said in the beginning, the utilization of tight ends was very good in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, Jalen Hurts got to start working on giving what the defense is giving him, man. I think he's trying to play hero ball so much because he's known that if he doesn't get a job done, they're getting blown out. I mean, because Jalen Hurts is they're putting more pressure on him every time. He's that guy that has to save the Eagles.
Oh, Bobby just tried you there. He said Shaq Leonard is only 28 now.
That's cool. That's cool. But when we got Darius Slay, how old was he?
Like 32, 33 maybe. Let me check his age.
No, I think when we got him, he was only 29.
29?
Wasn't he? Or was he 30? I don't know, man.
Darius Slay now. I meant to say he was 32, 33 now, but let's see. What is Darius Slay age now? He is 32.
Mm-hmm.
He's 10 months older than me.
So when did we trade for him? What year was that? And I mean, we already know what year, but what
we traded for him in 2020.
So you subtract it. If he's 32, 31, so he would have been 29 years old, 28.
This is his fourth season with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. What age was it when we traded for him? He was 28 years old.
He was 28 years old.
So I mean, you definitely got me. You're right. But here's the thing, man. I mean, Darius Slay was 28, and look how he is now. In 2020, he was 32. He was 32 years old when we got him. I don't think so.
He was 20. He was 29 years old in 2020.
Yeah. Because you remember before we got Slay, we were supposed to go after Jalen Ramsey, and then the fucking Rams got him.
That's okay. Man, he's going to be 33 on New Year's Day.
Yeah, he got to go. Hopefully, he'll be a Denver Bronco.
Denver Broncos love signing old guys anyway.
They might as well trade for one. We'll just take Patrick Surtain. We'll take Patrick Surtain off your hands. Sorry,
especially quarterbacks.
Give it up. Yeah, Russell Wilson ain't doing great, man. That Sean Payton looked like he's had enough of them.
The Broncos are a fucking perfect place for a retirement home for quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton Manning went there.
John Elway.
John Elway, yeah.
Even though he got drafted there and ended his career.
Funny thing is originally he didn't get drafted by the Baltimore. He was supposed to get drafted by the Baltimore Colts. Didn't they draft him? I think they drafted him. He refused to go on that team, so he sat out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was traded to the Broncos. I think I don't know, something crazy. But I think he was drafted by the Baltimore Colts.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to double check on that. But yeah, Shaq Leonard 2 year didn't. I'm not paying Shaq Leonard after this year, man. No, listen, if we want to start winning, we got to start changing your ways. This team continues to pay guys because they have 1 year of success. I'm starting to get tired of that. You have to start drafting younger.
I've been starting to get tired of these whole 1 year contracts.
No.
We get all these big year players. They may look a little bit old, maybe, but then the part that really hurts me is like the 1 year deals.
I mean, dude, it's great to have 1 year deals, but it's like when you're paying a guy like for example, when you pay a guy like CJ, you can't just give him 1 year deals.
It's basically like a competition. It's just like 1 year deal. You know what that means to me? Prove it deal.
And
you
the
got to
thing is,
belong on this team.
And the thing is, the Eagles were offered to match that deal with Detroit. I would have offered them 1 year deal. Hey, you want to come back on a 1 year deal over a 2 and 3 deal? Hey, that's up to me. You just have to prove yourself again in Philadelphia. I would have matched that. But it's like they didn't want to match that. They thought they were outsmarting everybody, and really, to be honest, they weren't outsmarting CJ. CJ knew that if the Eagles didn't pay him, they would have been rude. Because look at them now. I think they're missing CJ tremendously. I think CJ Garner-Johnson is a huge loss than Kaiser Ware. And I like, by the way, TJ Edwards is balling in Chicago, man. Balling in Chicago, bro. That guy is everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, he wanted to go back to his hometown, but it's like, dude, like the three needs next year, in my opinion, is safety, cornerback, linebacker. We know the linebacker ain't going to happen, but at least give me a safety or corner. And
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a third round safety. I'm talking about a number one. Can we draft one in the second round or a late second round?
Yes.
Just give me a decent safety, bro. Because I'm tired of waiting for project guys. We
And
need
let
to
me
draft
give an
guys who
honorable
starters.
let me give an honorable mention to needs. I would have to say slot wide receiver, what I've been saying before the season. You know, one of the things that we really, really underappreciate is the presence of Oz. You know, this dude is absolutely amazing, and we
Yeah, he's better
continue
for
to
us
throw
already.
Greg Ward out there. Not Greg Ward, but what's his
I
name?
think Craig
Fuck.
Ward, of course.
Yeah, I'll put Quez Watkins. Yeah, I'll put Greg Ward over Quez Watkins, but Quez Watkins is, he doesn't fight for the ball. He doesn't do anything good.
He's a John Ross with speed, bro. I keep on telling people that, and people don't want to get. They want to get mad.
John Ross does have speed. What do you mean John Ross with speed?
He's John Ross with speed. That's what Quez Watkins is. A guy that can't run routes, a guy that doesn't know how to run routes, a guy who doesn't come back to the ball. That's John Ross. That's why John Ross didn't make it in Cincinnati, because he had all the speed. Remember that 4.33 combine, whatever he had, the 4.22, whatever the combine he had?
He had a 4.22.
He doesn't know how to run routes.
Yeah.
He has all the speed in the world, but listen, I keep on saying you can have all the speed you want. You got to be able to run routes. You got to be able to come back to the ball, and he doesn't know how to do that. He wasn't taught that, and he doesn't have that capability of learning that. And that's why he lost his job. Quez Watkins is not going to be here next year. I'd be surprised he's back on this roster. I think he's out of here. I think the Eagles look to move on from him.
I don't see it because they continue to justify these draft picks, man. They drafted this dude in 2020.
I don't think he's back next year, man. I think he's gone. I think we trade him. I have a theory. I think we trade him for we put him in the package for Sertan.
Yeah, you can say that, but
Because look who the free agents that them Broncos are losing. Jerry Judy is going to be gone. He's going to look like be a free agent soon, right? Sutton, I mean, you have him, but you send him to Broncos, man. I'll be a happy camper. I just want this guy off my team, bro. Like I'm tired of what if coulda should, man. He's a fast Jalen Rager. That's all he is. A fast Jalen Rager, a fast Nelly. Okay.
The Broncos ain't giving up Cortland Sutton. I'm just glad.
I'm not saying giving up Cortland Sutton. I'm saying put him in the package to go get my guy Patrick Surtain, man. He has one year after that.
At this point, I'm just grateful that we got Bradley Roby.
No, I mean, he was struggling too a little bit, but Bradley Roby, all right, man. But I'd rather have Maddox out there over him.
Yeah,
I'd rather have him. I'm tired of seeing him, man. I'm done with Quez. I'm tired of seeing this dude,
clearly in his face. You're going to see Quez Watkins. He's just running a big post. Juan Thornhill, the safety. That's good coverage. He's right on him. And just that.
I'm just tired of seeing him, bro. I'm done with him. I'm done with this clown.
Enough from the clown.
I'm done with that.
My fucking nerves, bro.
It's like, dude, he just sucks, bro. He's fucking horrible, bro. Can't stand him, man. I can't stand him, bro. I want him off this fucking team. I want him out of here. I don't. Quez Watkins will be free agent this year. He will be. Say less. Get him up out of here, man. If he's a free agent after this year, he can get the hell out of here now.
Yeah, we don't have to sign him back. It doesn't cost us anything, so get up out of here.
But how he got everybody has a one. Listen, how Roseman got TJ Edwards. Yeah, TJ Edwards was a nice. Come on, bro. He had potential from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? What's up,
Silver Bells? Silver Bells. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, man, I know I can't do that to a Titans fan, but I want to thank you tremendously from the bottom of my heart, from Eagle fans all around the world. When if I can find the clip,
Jay Brown.
Well, I mean,
Fired. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for doing that, bro. But I appreciate you, man. And welcome to the gym, bro. So, I'm sure Tennessee Titan fans were doing that too. If I was a Tennessee Titan fan, I'd be doing that too. I'd be joining the party. Hey, get the hell out of here!
I'm sorry, Sam Bell, but you'll never win a Super Bowl, bro.
No, they will. They will.
They fucking won't. No, they won't.
They don't have the talent, bro. And that's the issue. Their GM messed up big time, man. Who trades a star receiver to an Eagles team that already has a number one receiver? I would have never did it. The Eagles rich shit? Nah, we not doing that.
And then try to replace him with D-Hop? Why would you? And then try to replace him with D-Hop? That's all the more reason why they won't win a Super Bowl.
No,
they don't deserve anything. And then your fans go out there
and get them there.
And let me say this to Sam Bell. None of this is on you. It's just your incompetent fucking asshole of a fan base who cussed out AJ Brown for no reason, started coming to his Boys and Girls Club or whatever it was down in Tennessee, got him up out of there. Now he's got a Boys and Girls Club up in Philadelphia. Y'all want to cuss him out just for leaving or getting traded.
No, there's a lot of
Tennessee fans, man.
Listen, we got a lot of listen, it's the same thing with CJ Gardner Johnson, bro. A lot of people are angry at him. They cursed him out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, like fans were emotional, bro, because they didn't understand it, bro. It was a stupid trade that should have never ever happened in the millions of years. They should have paid him. They should have let Derrick Henry walk, and because you can draft a running back anytime in the draft, they're expendable. You can't draft a top receiver like that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, man. They and not only that, man. How many times did I tell people that Treylon Burks wasn't going to be that dude?
He can't fill the shoes of fucking AJ Brown.
He can't. He can't do it. No, he's not. He's not that dude. And that's the issue. They got a lesser upgrade over him. That's the dumbest thing they ever did was trade AJ Brown, especially with a team that was the Eagles. I would have never did it. The Eagles. Don't y'all have a number one receiver? Man, you better give me something else. I'm not getting the first and the third. You better offer me something else. I would have made them pay for everything. I would have stripped Howard from everything. I'm training that type of talent. I better get more than just a first and a third, whatever I got.
If you're the Eagles, if you're the Titans, I would have made the Eagles trade the farm.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man. If you won't take one of my best receivers and you're paying them top money, I need that draft picks because I'm technically rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you can have Byard back. Let's be real, man.
Nah, give Byard another shot.
No, man. Dude. Byard is old. Byard ain't the same dude from Tennessee, man. I mean, he's okay, but I expect a lot more.
Yeah, just give him another shot.
Yeah, along with Darius Slay, right? We should send him to another deal next year, right?
I'm not gonna say all that.
AJ Brown was giving Sirianni evil eyes. Yeah, he gets sick of shit. He's getting tired of Sirianni shit, man. Listen, I mean, dude, I got to play this one for everybody. But Devontae Smith said this. I mean, this is this guy diva?
Got one today, but of course, next week with Arizona and then the Giants again.
We got 2 weeks to get together. Got to fix it in 2 weeks.
You hear the frustration, but is there any part of you that you feel like we do have a legend where it's like people are right?
11 wins. We're not playing good football. As an offense, we're not where we want to be. So I mean, I'm not satisfied. Yeah, we got 11 wins. I'm not happy. It needs to be better for what I want to do, what everybody else in here wants to do, where we want to be. We're nowhere near that. So,
as a Philly fan, you really appreciate that kind of brutal honesty. We're not playing what we really should be. As far as potential goes.
I mean, this is what Nick Sirianni said after the game. We love to be winning by multiple scores, but that's not the reality of the NFL sometimes. To do those things we want to do, we can't make those mistakes. We'll get in the film room, just like Carson Wentz always said, and make sure we got those corrected.
Oh, we need to get better.
Carson Wentz.
That's what Gingivitis used to always say. Is, oh, we got to get better.
I feel like the media keeps on telling them what to say, man. Hey, just say this, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like, you see the I mean, here, let me show you another post, bro. Hold on, give me a second. But you see the videos that came out, and I we're hiding this, but the videos are telling, bro, that there's a lot of shit that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, it's just me. Relax, my friends. Relax.
Oh, what's going on, Mayor? Oh, CC won.
Did you really think it was coming?
No.
It is what it is, bro. But like, here we go. But this is how they feeling. This tells everything, bro. We got to do a better job. Yeah, we got to do a better job. When? Next week? The day before next week? When? when? I'm waiting for when. Like, stop telling me we're going to do better. Show me that you are. Words, action, actions. So it's like if you're not going to change it, then I don't give a rat's ass what you do, bro.
Yeah,
I could give an absolute crap what you do, bro. But I mean, first one is this.
The Eagles survive and end the losing streak, 33-25.
Number.
Last one taken. Philadelphia, that's their second and a half. Nick Sirianni want to be sure ahead of this 4th and 7 play. It's another chance for Sirianni's team and for Matt Patricia.
I mean, they're getting mad at him, and H. Brown refused to talk to me. Fucking H, man. Every fucking time. Shut up, BC1. But it's like they getting tired of his shit, bro. They getting tired of his ass. They getting tired of him, bro. They really are. They're starting to get annoyed with him. And this is my favorite one of all time. Because this shows me a lot about this team, bro. Right here is where the things translate. Come on, low you mother. But I don't know, bro. It's just the coach is either repeating what the organization is saying, or he really thinks that this offense can get fixed, and I hope so.
Let's just keep running. Let's just keep running Gainwell in the red zone, dude.
Yeah,
okay, that's enough.
Run, Kenny Gainwell. Run, Kenny. Run like the wind.
Yay! Flowers. Oh, look at the beautiful flowers. Hey!
Look at those beautiful flowers. You got to clip that video and just keep.
Last one taken. Philadelphia, that's their second and a half. Nick Sirianni want to be sure ahead of this 4th and 7 play. It's another chance for Sirianni's team and for Matt Patricia's defense to get that last stop, something they failed to do against Drew Lock in Seattle last week. And again, when you look at the overall body of work in this game, we get rid of the 70-yard touchdown. I know that's you don't get rid of the 70-yard touchdown, but even with, let's put it this way, even with the 70-yard touchdown, only 272, without the turnovers, this game is a blowout. So the defense, some improvements from what was going on early on in the losing streak.
That timeout pissed me the fuck off, man.
Look how the coach reacted, though, man.
You had a delay of game there. I was telling EC1 before this live stream even started. I was like, "Yo, this dude had a delay of game on the Giants, and he decided to call the timeout." And they have no timeouts, mind you. The Giants don't.
No, and it is my favorite one. I keep it.
They did. Last one taken.
Philadelphia, that's their 2nd and a half.
Nick Sirianni want to be sure ahead of this 4th and 7 play.
I think it's this one, bro. I think it's this one.
Seasons, but prior to that, huge player for Vegas. Got him in the trade this offseason. Got a back from injury last week.
I've never seen Hassan Reddick get angry like that. Reddick doesn't get angry like that, man. You know something's wrong, and you saw the reports. I mean, you got AJ Brown. He refused to talk to the media. AJ Brown, I got nothing to say. Devontae, we're not playing good football right now as an offense. We're not where we want to be. I'm not satisfied. Yeah, we got 11 wins. I'm not happy. I mean, your players are telling you that they're not satisfied, and the coach is saying, I'm okay with the W. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's sunshine. Go pick some more flowers. Go shove it up your ass. I don't know what you do, but we're sunshine and rainbows. And meanwhile, the players saying, no, it's not, man. We got 2 weeks to get it together, or we're finished. We're toasted. All that stuff that you did, it's gonna be for nothing. It's gonna be for nothing, and that's why it's so important, bro. It's so important to get this right. And I keep on stressing enough. When are we going to finally see a team that looks like they know how to win a championship? When? You couldn't even put the Giants away. And I was stressing enough. We had a 20-3 lead at halftime. We came back, and what did we do? The Giants weren't better than us. The Seahawks weren't better than us. Inflicted wounds mixed with bad coaching is why we're the way we are right now. It's why we don't have the number 1 seed. It's why we didn't win the division yet. And we're still hoping for the Cowboys to lose. Because, now you got to worry about the Lions winning. You got to worry about the 49ers winning. Because you didn't finish your food. You played with it. You played with your peas. You were flicking them all around the floor. You're flicking them at the people that were sitting at the table. You were acting like a child. And now you're sitting at the small child table while the big boys are eating at the big table. Because you didn't finish your food. You didn't act like a grown adult. You know what I'm trying to go with. I was trying to work something out, man.
You're good. You're good.
You know what I'm saying, but we've been saying it. I've been saying this since week 1. I've been saying this offense looks bad. Mac Jones went toe-to-toe with you.
Kirk Cousins went toe-to-toe with you.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. I do. Like, when are we going to play our best? When? I'm waiting for it. The last time we played our best was the Dolphins game. That's the last time.
So let me ask you this. How do you feel going into that Cardinals game versus Jonathan Gannon?
I mean,
can we blow him out? That's what I want to know.
Matter of fact, can they blow us out? I mean, I don't think the Cardinals are great. Man. Let's be real. They're looking like they're out of the playoffs already. I mean, they're eliminated. But it's like, we do struggle with mobile quarterbacks, and you got Kyler Murray, who I don't think is great. I don't think is a good quarterback. I don't. You know how I feel about Kyler Murray, baby Murray. That's why I call him. Like a man-child running around. But listen, I think Jonathan Gannon is going to be extra pissed off.
Yeah.
He's going to be extra pissed off, and I expect them to blitz us like crazy. I think he's going to show Howie Roseman, hey, this is what you got instead of me.
Outside of Buda Baker, who do they have?
I mean, they got Kaiser White, former Eagle, coming back.
Yeah.
They got some weapons over there. I mean, Marquise Brown ain't no scrub. They got some. Listen, they play tough. That's one thing they do. They're going to play tough against us.
Yeah, let's not let them come away with the victory like they did versus Dallas.
Now I'm worried about that same thing with the Seattle Seahawks. We'd be up by halftime, and then we blow a lead.
Yeah, it's something about these West Coast teams that we struggle with it.
Yeah, I mean, last year we struggled with the Cardinals, but
Yeah, we only beat them by, it took a fucking game missing field goal to hold
yeah,
them up.
by luck too, bro. By luck, and I think it was tipped, wasn't it? Wasn't it tipped?
Yeah, I believe so.
You know what I'm saying? That really should have went in. Let's be real. We got to do it. We got to do better. I mean, Nick Sano says we got to do a better job. I feel like I'm hearing Carson Wentz Jr. Cardinals defense is 12 versus the pass and 32 versus the run. So it's perfect for the
Ooh, that's trash.
with Swift. If they're 32 against the run.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to come out and pass.
you know that, right? You know that, right?
Man.
The first play, we take a shot to A.J. Brown.
Yes, man. You notice how they were saying how what's his name? Tom DeVito was fucking sacked 7 times last week, and we only got to him once.
That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing.
Who played the fucking Packers last week? Oh yeah, the Saints did. The Saints were able to get to him 7 times, but the Eagles can only get to him 1 time. You're telling me a NFC South team that doesn't have a stranglehold on the NFC South, who is 7-8, can get to a quarterback better than the Eagles can? This speaks loudly to how incompetent our coaching staff is. They're 7-8 with a losing record.
Dude, I don't understand it because, like, okay, if you know this game plan this week is to run the football, we do the opposite. It's opposite day with the Eagles, man. Like again, the Seahawks were ranked the worst at stopping the run. Christian McCaffrey ran over that team, and you don't run the ball. You pass happy. I think this coach staff just makes me laugh, man. The stupidity that they come up with, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing that you can't put a Giants team away that it has won the worst record in football, and you had a 20-hour stress is enough again because I people tell me, well, we won. Yeah, that's great and fine. We won. We should have blew that doors off that team. It should have been 52-3 at best, or 52 to maybe 6 or 7 or 10. The fact that it was a 23-33 game, they scored 23 points because we allowed them to come back, because we don't know how to put a foot on the team's necks. We
Unforced
don't know how
errors.
And that's something the 49ers do. They put their foot on their necks and they strangled them. They
My
make sure
goodness,
they have no
man. I swear to God, Brian Johnson, Sean Desai, and Matt Patricia is just literally the 3 Stooges to me.
What about Nick Sirianni? I mean, this is his offense.
So he says he was just trying to defend his guys, but really he didn't need to.
No, he admitted in the press conference that it was his offense.
Yeah, he can quote unquote admit it, but it's really not the offense that he's running. He doesn't.
You don't think Nick Sirianni is part of this? You don't think? Look at it.
Well, partially, but he's not. I mean, he may take the whole blame for all this shit, but really, Brian Johnson is just soft. I really think he's controlling part of this offense.
I mean, this dude came from college, man. He was one of the best. I mean, I don't know how you go from that to this. I mean, Badera even said that Nick Sirianni is controlling his offense. That he has his whole imprint in this offense. So I mean, you could talk about, well, maybe Brian Johnson is the guy they would have fired him right now. The fact that they're not firing him because they demoted Sean Desai immediately. So that tells me that Nick Sirianni really is the big. I think Nick Sirianni is controlling his offense. I do. I truly believe it's Nick Sirianni's offense that Brian Johnson is running. I feel like he has the playbook for Brian Johnson already set up. You saw his little sheet in the game. That's Nick Sirianni's offense. 5 different plays. Take deep shots, shotgun mode, screen passes. What do we see in 2021? They passed nonstop. They didn't run the football.
Until later in the season. And later in the season, we started to adjust. We're not adjusting right now. We have no identity. At least in 2021, where we were losing and we were on this 3-6 record that we were on, we had an identity. We established, okay, we wanted to run the football. We don't even want to do that right now.
Not
At
in
an
the beginning of the
11-4 team, we look worse than we did when we were 3-6 in 2021.
The beginning of the year, we were calling for our head coach to be fired and our offense
Nick,
coordinator to be fired.
I'm still holding on to the fact that it's not Sirianni's offense.
I'm telling you, it is. I'm telling you, Nick Sirianni's offense is ran, and he even admitted in the press conference. Listen, Nick Sirianni is running his offense. This is his offense. I'm truly believe that. I think he wants to be the offense coordinator too. I think he's going to want to be the offense coordinator. I feel like next year we're going to fire Brian Johnson, and they're going to give Nick Sirianni the offense coordinator duties and the head coaching duties next year.
That'll be great, but I think
No, it would
Brian
not be
Johnson
great because
very
this is
combative.
exactly who we have.
I think Brian Johnson is very combative with if you think that Nick Sirianni is the fucking guy that's calling all these plays, then I think he's very combative with what Nick Sirianni has to say all the time.
I mean, Bobby Murphy even saying that it's Sirianni's offense. I mean, look at the 2021. Look at that and look at this year. We kept on throwing the ball. How many times have we even 2021? I feel like the fans had to tell. Weren't the fans throwing signs up in the stands saying "Run the ball"? So I mean, dude, like it's Nick Sirianni's offense. That is his offense that he's running. So it's not my opinion. That's just the factual truth. Daryl even said it. It's Nick Sirianni's input that he's put into Brian Johnson's game plan. That is his offense that he's running. Because he even said it. This is the same offense we ran last year. This is my offense. He even admitted. He said it was my fault. This is my offense. And they asked him, would you demote Brian Johnson? He said no. Because it's not him. It's Nick. And unless you're going to fire the head coach, I mean, you're going to have the exact same offense. It's Nick Sirianni's offense. This is the guy this is how his offense, he wants it. And this is how he wants it to be called.
Well, you may be right there, but I still think we should fire Brian Johnson basically solely on the fact that, he's a yes man. And if you think that Nick Sirianni is the guy, and yes, I'll believe you on that point, but it's just like he's a yes man and he just doesn't want to, go against what Nick Sirianni has to do as far as the offense, what's best for the offense.
You don't think Nick Sirianni's a yes man?
The fuck? I think Nick Sirianni is an absolute leader. Okay. I think you know what?
So you're telling me he doesn't. You think that he loves Gainwell so much? You don't think it's Howard Roseman telling him, "Hey, put Gainwell out there. I need my draft pick to shine."
Okay, you got me there.
I mean, look, man. At the end of the day, I feel like if there is a thing that needs to change, it's the offense. I think the offense coordinator needs to go regardless. I'm not a fan of Brian Johnson, but I feel like Brian Johnson isn't really getting the control that he is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm telling you, next year, Nick Sirianni's going to want to be his offense coordinator. He's going to want to be the head coach.
Well, he can't get that power.
Why not? He's supposed to. You just told me that it wasn't his offense, so I want to see what Nick Sirianni is. Let's see if it is Brian Johnson offense. Let's see our offense coordinator genius / head coach can call plays.
No, because I'm going off of history. Look at the last couple of coaches that we've had who've had all the power. We gave all the power to Andy Reid in 2012. He got fired that same exact year, 2013. And then Chip Kelly, we gave him all the power in 2015. And then he got fired in 2016, a game before the season ended. We can't
wait. Andy Reid was one of the best head coaches in the league. So I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion. So I thought he was calling the plays. Everybody was telling me that Bieniemy wasn't calling the plays. It was Andy Reid.
Well, look at Andy Reid now.
Yeah,
without Bieniemy.
Yeah, he missed Bieniemy.
He relied on Bieniemy heavily, and now he's gone, and they have a 9-6 record because of it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, listen, man. I feel like next year, And there's a lot of people are going to blame Brian Johnson. Listen, and I keep on saying, you fire Brian Johnson, who's your offense coordinator? Who's your offense coordinator? You trust Nick? I'm telling you, this is Nick's offense. I don't think Brian Johnson is totally to blame. I don't. Lori tells Howie tells Nick, then Nick tells Johns.
Then
Hey,
I'm gonna
hey,
go
Howie
all
Roseman,
the way up to
you getting
Lori.
more in there. Okay.
Lori, get your Jewish head out of your fucking ass, bro. You fucking Jew.
Hey, I said that the one time, didn't I?
If you say it, they'll trip.
I said it many times. I called Howie. You remember what I used to call Howie Roseman and Lori?
Yes. Yes. Oh, those 2021 rants. Those 2020 rants were epic, bro. I'm close. I'm so glad we're not that in the deep like that anymore.
Oh man, people got mad at me for that.
Oh my God, you fucking wigger. Why the fuck would you call him a fucking Jew? Because he is a fucking Jew. You're just mad because he's saying it.
No, I mean, listen, man. I'm not going to discredit Howie Roseman. He's done a great job, but it's like, I do think there is some power into this. I think there's struggling power in this facility. I feel like Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lord are telling Nick what to do, and that's why a guy like Brian DeBall didn't want to come to Philadelphia. He was supposed to come to Philadelphia. He canceled his interview.
I want to say this real quick. You remember how great it was? How we gelled together last year and the year before when Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie just decided to step back and let the coaches just handle everything. Everything was calmer. Everything was smoother. We started blowing teams out like it was nothing.
Yeah, and if it is a power struggle in the facility, they got to step back. Let the coach do their job. You brought Nick Sirianni to do a job, right? And if it is what we saw from, remember when they brought Rich Scandiego and Mario Mortawig, if it is something in that building again where you got four people talking to each other and you don't have right communication, like if it is four people telling Jalen Hurts to do the exact same thing, different ways, then I can see what is going on. But it's like I don't know, man. I like there's something that's miscommunicating with this team. This team doesn't look like they know what's going on, and the players are frustrated. I mean, you see it on their face. They're getting sick and tired. So whoever's doing what they're doing, you got to stop it, because that's how you destroy a team. That's how you destroy a chemistry. That's how you destroy something that is meant to stick together.
All right, watch this. I'm about to really put the nail in the coffin with this one.
Okay.
Whoever has the majority of the power in all of this, which is probably Lori or Howie, needs to step down, take it back, and just let the coaches do their job.
Now, what if it is a Lori Harris? What if it's just playing out Nick Sirianni and this is what he wants? This is his coaches. What if it is?
If it is Nick Sirianni, like everybody's saying it, like you and Bobby, then I really think that he needs to step down and actually, let Brian Johnson do his job as an offensive coordinator. And just let them coach. Just do the job. Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, you got to trust in them. You got to trust in your coaching staff.
I mean, yeah.
There's something about Nick Sirianni that's a little bit stubborn. And, I don't get this whole childish thing because it's a Philly mentality. I mean, outside of that, it's just you just have to trust their abilities to be a part of this team. You hired them for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, where do we are? What week are we in? We in
week 16, and we still don't have an identity. We're heading into week 17 now, into the Cardinals game, 2 weeks from the playoffs. We still don't have an identity. We failed to establish a running game throughout these 16 weeks. We don't want to use DeAndre Swift. We want to, keep the defense, guessing, which isn't working with this whole, okay, Swift here, Gainwell there. I mean, we have no identity. We don't even want to run the ball half the time.
I mean, I don't know how the fuck you don't want to run the ball with Swift, man. I mean, that's just mind-boggling, man. Like the dude is such a star, bro. Like everything is written over. This guy is such a star running back, And I don't know how the hell you don't run the football with this guy. When you run the football with him, your offense is so much calmer and they start getting to going. Like when Swift is in the offense, I feel like the offense, and I'm not the only one saying it because a lot of other people saying the exact same thing, that Swift makes his offense a lot better.
Yeah.
And you don't run him. So why did we trade for him again? We could have just drafted the third round running back and make Kenny Gainwell the number one running back. You know what I'm saying? You don't use Penny. I don't even think he's on the roster. I don't know why he's on the roster still.
He's only had a snap or two this season.
We treat him like it goes back to, is Howie Roseman telling them, hey, don't put Penny out there, man.
We're treating him like a fat bitch who doesn't want to be drafted at a fucking dodgeball game. But anyways, going back to this whole DeAndre Swift thing, it's just like, why not use the young man? Are we literally sparing him until the playoffs? And this is kind of going back to what Joey Shakes said earlier. Oh my God, this is my guy, Joey Shakes. It just seems like, man, why do we spare him? I don't get it.
I don't think we're going to run him in the playoffs, though. I think if we wanted to use him, we would have used him. You're not going to use him in the playoffs, bro. He didn't even get – so you're going to throw a guy out there that you haven't used all season? Wouldn't make sense to me.
And here's another thing. And here's another thing that I want to say that now it came across to my mind. Like Joey Shake said earlier that literally DeAndre Swift would be a top 2 running back in this league as far as yardage, right there with CMC, Christian McCaffrey. If it wasn't for our offense, not giving him the football. If we gave him the football, he had close to like 1,200, 1,300 yards at this point.
I'll give you one better. I think if CMC was on his team, I don't think we even use him either.
I agree.
I think we still use Kenny Gainwell.
Even with the talent of CMC, though, do you think we would have 1,000 yards with him?
Which year? This year?
This year.
No. I don't think we would run him. I think this coach staff, I think Howie Roseman is holding Sirianni back from using guys like Swift. I don't think Nick Sirianni likes Gainwell.
Did you know DeAndre Swift is only Did you know DeAndre Swift is only 15 yards from 1,000 yards this season with 2 games left?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to give it to him because they want to make sure he doesn't get a lot because they know if more he gets touches, the less they have a chance to pay him. That's the only reason why I see them not using him is they want to pay him.
Oh, so that's why you think they won't use him because they're cheap.
I mean, what else would you not want to use a top 5 running back that is literally showing you that he can take over games? If that's not the reason, then you're a stupidest, dumbest fucking organization in the world. Because it's like why? Like that's the only reason I see that they don't use him is they want to make him an Eagle for life. They feel like he is a guy that they want to pay, but they're not going to pay extra money because Howie Roseman doesn't want to pay top running back a lot of money. So they're going to try to lower the cost so the Eagles can pay him next year where he's not expensive. I mean, what else would you not use a guy like Deion? I don't see other reason. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason. It's the only thing that would make sense to me. The only
you're making a valid point.
Reason.
You're making a valid point, EC1.
I mean, and I don't even know if that's true. Swift's not coming back here next year. Man, listen, bro. Swift don't come back next year, man. I'm punching Howard Roseman in his fucking face, man. We got to catch these hands, bro. We got to throw a fade, bro. We got to catch a fade, bro. Because you listen, man. I like what Howard Roseman's done, bro. And he's becoming my good son. But if you let that guy walk out that door, and he goes somewhere like the Giants or the Commanders, we got to fight, bro. We got to square up, bro.
You let him go, You let him go away scotch free, and then all they have to do is get rid of Saquon, who is going to be a free agent next year. You don't think they're going to pick him up? You're like, I totally want to hold the Eagles right now for the way they did me. They should have paid me. Yeah, let me be a Giant next year. The Eagles suck for letting go of me. I felt like I should have deserved a better opportunity than what I did in Philly. So let me hold the Eagles by joining the Giants.
Yeah, if he goes somewhere like Buffalo or fucking somewhere like I could see him honestly. If he don't go to Eagles, he'll go somewhere like the Vikings or something like that, and he'll just run his way. Like dude, like you can't continue to let guys go because you don't want to. You got to pay these guys, man. Swift is only 25 years old. Like
Yeah.
I hope to God we pay him, man, because that now I'm gonna be at the facility going to jail, man. I'm gonna punch Howard Rosa straight in his face, man. Like I'm gonna punch him and Jeffrey Lurie straight in their fucking jaw, man. And I'm punching the head coach too.
It's
For leaving-
almost like,
Hey,
and to allude to Bobby Murphy's point, it's almost like in order for Swift to be on this team, he would have to beg to be here. It's kind of like, we don't really, the Eagles are kind of like, yeah, we don't really need you. We don't really run the ball that much anyway. We don't really value you here.
So what? We gonna make Kenny Gainwell the number one running back? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah. They're pretty much forcing an underdog story with Kenneth Gainwell. He's not the better running back than Swift, but they would really like to see not Swift, but Gainwell be the number one guy. So pretty much DeAndre Swift is going to have to beg to be here next year.
Dude, I swear to God, we traded for DeAndre Swift and not to fucking use him, man, or not to pay him, bro. Someone got to go, bro, because that's a waste of a draft pick. So you telling me we traded for a guy that we don't use, and you let him go for nothing? Nah, man, that would rub me the fucking wrong way, dude. So the whole time you just mind fucked us. That's what you did. You basically told us, "Hey, we're getting Swift, man. Get excited." Oh, sorry.
And let's not forget, before DeAndre Swift even got here, Detroit wronged him. And now we go back a year later and wrong him too. Like, it feels like DeAndre Swift ain't even really got a home team really per se that can really welcome him with open arms like that. And we're supposed to be his hometown, right? We don't even welcome him with open arms and really use him like that. I would really like to see this kid used.
I'm telling you, man, if you pay Swift, bro, he's your franchise running back for years, man. That dude is only going to get better. Like, I'm telling you, I don't think we ever had a running back like that since. I don't think Shane McCoy was this good. Like, I think Shane McCoy was good, but not this. This is a Hall of Fame type running back right here. You don't let that guy walk out that, but this would be listen, man. You want me to be pissed off in the off season, man?
And this is no disrespect to Shady. I think he should be a Hall of Famer too.
Who?
Shady.
I mean, Shady's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. Ain't no way he's not. But it's like, dude, like, I don't know, man. It's that would aggravate the fuck out of me because like you gave up some picks because you didn't want to draft a Bijan Robinson. You drafted Jalen. Okay, I got that. And then there was rumors that Harry Rosen wanted to draft another Joe. So, I mean, he was looking at a running back because he wanted to draft. He was getting so angry because you remember the rumors he wanted to draft a running back and he didn't get him. So it's like, dude, like to let Swift go and not use criminal, bro. The only reason why I think that they don't use Swift, in my opinion, is because they want to pay him and you don't want to give him a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be stupid. It wouldn't make sense to me. It would absolutely be asinine that you give up picks for a guy that you don't fucking use, man. Why did we trade for him? You could have let him go somewhere else. Seriously.
And then on the flip side of things, Penny, Rashad Penny is just taking up a spot for no fucking reason. And then also Boston Scott is more underused than in the previous years. I mean, why do we choose?
The Boston Scott's going to be a free agent next year, and Penny's going to be a free agent. So I mean, you get Swift, though, you stick with Gainwell. Then you have Gainwell, the only running back on the roster.
I'll say this though, fucking Boston Scott was a free agent the year before, and the year before that, we're just gonna sign this dude, Boston Scott. Keep signing this dude for Boston Scott for 1-year deals. That's what we do with Boston Scott. We just sign him for 1-year deals that probably barely make about a fucking $1 million.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, if we do not pay Swift and Austin,
oh my God, you can make an argument that every single one of these running backs are so undervalued and underused. You can see why guys like fucking Saquon Barkley was barking in the fucking offseason about being underpaid.
I'm telling you, man, I already can see it. Fucking the Commanders signed Swift to a 5-year deal.
Man, if we
I'm
sign this
telling you,
dude to a fucking 5-year deal, and then
40-year deal worth $23 million. I don't know, something like
who
that.
knows if he'll get 1,000 yards ever again? He's about to eclipse 1,000 yards this season. He's about 15 yards away from that.
I'm telling you,
who knows if he'll ever get 1,000 yards this season because we don't ever use him.
the only running back next year that you're going to have, you let all these guys walk, is you're going to have Gainwell.
Why do we even have Penny on the team anyway? What is the purpose?
You asking me, you asking organization.
Yes, I'm asking the organization, this incompetent fucking organization at times. Why do we even have Penny out there on the team, on the field, on the bench, riding the bench, just chatting away? With the running backs, chatting away. He's not even seeing any time on the field. He only gets a player or two on this team.
Surprised they didn't put him on a Christmas tree like a decoration because that's what he is.
Yes, just a decoration somewhere out in the fucking nosebleed of the stadium where the tree is at. That's the only place I really see fucking Rashad Penny.
Yeah, on the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and all the Eagles fans are just going passing by the tree.
And then Gainwell's the star on the top of the tree.
Oh my goodness, man.
Didn't we draft Gainwell? Yeah, we drafted him. We drafted him, what, third and the fourth round out of Memphis? Yeah, we drafted him.
I just don't get it. Why? Why? Detroit literally just wronged this man. Last year, we signed this dude. We were supposed to be his saving grace. He has almost about 1,000 yards this season. And then we just don't even use him. This guy is a saving grace. He's everything to this offense, and you don't use him?
Listen, man, I'm telling you, bro, right now, man, we do not sign this guy to at least a deal. I'm fighting Howard Rose, I'm fighting Jeffrey Boy, I'm fighting everybody. You're going to see me square up. I might get my ass beat. But someone get in the hand. We got to run this fade, bro. Ain't no way you let that guy, if you let him walk out that door, I'm stuck with Gainwell, man.
I'll pay you to be the body.
I do, like, okay, so if you do let Swift and
I'm going down for second or third degree murder while you get down for first degree murder. Well, just because this dude won't pay him. Yeah, didn't we draft Gainwell? Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we drafted Gainwell. We drafted him because we replaced Sanders, man. He was a replacement for Sanders, but you can't tell me he's a replacement for Swift. He's not.
Yeah, he's easily replaceable for Miles Sanders, but not DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is Miles, and not, no pun intended, for Miles Sanders, but Miles better than Miles Sanders.
I think the rookie Miles Sanders might be better than Miles Sanders now. That was the best Miles Sanders. 2019 Miles Sanders.
Let me tell you this: how many fumbles does DeAndre Swift have this season? About 1 or 2.
Yeah, but every time he fumbles, he goes right back and he scores a touchdown or at least a big, huge run.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's only fumbled once or twice this season. That's it. Through 15 games, that's incredible. Man, you're only coughing the ball up once or twice in a season. That's good.
Listen, man, I'm giving Howie a benefit of the doubt, man. Don't let that dude walk out that door. At least try to get him. Listen, if he wants a lot of money, okay, see you later.
And then let me ask you this: how many times did Miles Sanders cough it up? Like 5 or 6 times? 5 or 6 times a season? That's horrible. That's on some major Tiki Barber level type of stuff.
No, don't ever disrespect Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber, Hall of Famer, I believe, isn't he?
Tiki Barber used to be a fumble machine early in his career. And then obviously he cleaned it up later in his career, but he later hated Eli Manning and all that stuff. And I obviously understand why, because he had such a fucking horrible face. Eli Manning has such a horrible face, but my goodness, he used to be a fumble machine early in his career.
Yeah, why keep Jalen keep stealing? Why Jalen keeps stealing Swift TDs low? I hate the push after.
Man, Tiki Barber used to cough that ball up like a hoe choking on cock. I swear to God.
Kids watching, man. What you doing? I mean, yeah, that tush push. Listen, man, I like the tush push, but they use it way too much now, man. Listen, you can use it once in a while. Like last year, we used it, but we used it when we needed to. But we ran the ball.
It's in the back pocket when we desperately need that first down. So I don't mind a tush push at all.
Hey, Bobby, if Swift goes somewhere, he needs to be out of this division, man. Because I fear the Washington Commanders, out of any other fucking team, would go after him. That's what I fear. I feel like they would be the ones, or there would be someone in a division or in a conference, like the 49ers. Imagine them having him and Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my God! And they just got Chase Young earlier this season, like 3 weeks ago. Like I'm so fucking sick and tired of the 49ers picking up guys that we fucking left. No, man. They took Jernigan away from us. Nah, don't let it happen, Eagles. Don't let DeAndre Swift just float away into free agency.
You mean Hargrave?
DeAndre Swift.
I mean, you mean Hargrave? They took. Well, Hargrave wanted a lot of money.
Well, Hargrave, not Jernigan. My bad.
Hargrave was going to get a big deal regardless. He was coming back. Commanders got there. I'm telling you, the Commanders would be a type of guy that would sign Swift. Man, they're known to spend a lot of money in free agency. And they're going to have a lot of money this year.
Well, who do they have over there now?
Brian Robinson. But isn't there a number 2 running back? What's his name?
I forgot his name. I forgot all their names. Really.
I don't. And you can't tell me Brian Robinson and Swift want to be an upgrade for what they have now.
Brian Robinson is effective, no doubt, but I really think that DeAndre Swift would really change the Commanders.
Shut up! Don't keep this. Like I'm telling you, man, they would be the stupid organization to do that. They would pay.
Oh no! Don't you say that.
I can see that
on the Ravens.
Because J.K. Dobbins can't stay healthy over there. I can see that. Lamar Jackson with Swift. Odo.
Now you're getting me nervous. Now you're getting me nervous.
Yeah, I can see that. I can also see the Kansas City Chiefs.
And we got the Ravens in that division next year.
Yeah. I can see the Kansas City Chiefs too.
Kansas City Chiefs. No. Please no, not that. No, not the Chiefs. Anybody but the Chiefs.
Backs. I mean, you know the Bengals. I mean, they love going after their guys.
They got Edwards-Helaire over there. No way.
What about the Bears?
Oh wow, yeah, they're desperate.
He goes back to his own. He goes back to the division. You saw Montgomery doing that. C.J. Gardner-Johnson went to the Lions. Why not Swift go to the Bears? I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, man. I would keep my eye on the Commanders, man. Because they're going to have a lot of money next year.
That would help Justin Fields' growth fourfold. That would really help them out. That would make them a playoff team automatically if Swift signed with the Bears.
Yeah. I think the Ravens would be a very I don't know how much the Ravens have, but yeah, I can see the Ravens doing it.
Are you seeing where we're going, people? DeAndre Swift is a weapon, and we need to use him.
I mean, Kenny Gainwell is your number 1 running back.
Fuck him. Fuck
you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. It's the Kenny show, man. Listen, I don't mind Kenny Gainwell. It's just, dude, like he's not a number 1 running back, and we treat him like the star on a Christmas tree up top. No one's above him.
Yeah,
because he's a draft pick. And how he didn't.
If he was our number 1 running back, he wouldn't even get 1,000 yards this season through 17 games. And they added an extra game like a few years ago. He's not a number 1 running back. He's a number 2 at best. DeAndre Swift, how many times he got to prove to you that he's a number 1?
I mean, look at that play against the Giants, man. You remember when they did the first motion that we've seen in the game where they ran him to the other side? Swift gets that corner, man. He hits that. He's gone. He's gone for a touchdown.
Did you see what's his name? DeAndre Swift, Super Mario, that nigga, whoever he was, he jumped over that dude.
I mean, that's what he does.
Gainwell doing that.
That's why I don't want him. listen, we got to. If you don't offer him a contract or at least or two, we got to fight, bro. You got to catch his fade, bro. I don't give a damn. We have to do it in the parking lot, man. You got to catch his fade, bro. Because that's unexcusable, man. You don't let a guy like that walk, especially when you offered. Listen, you paid him. You got draft picks for. You gave up a draft pick. We could have used that draft pick, but you gave up a draft pick for him. So it's not like you signed him in free agency. You traded for this guy.
I'm going to give you a worst nightmare scenario. What if he wants to go over to Dallas? What if Dallas gets tired of Pollard?
Jerry Jones ain't paying that type of money. You crazy?
I know he's cheap and all, but, you know, in the mindset of DeAndre Swift, he'll be like, okay, well, I want to hold the Eagles since they don't want to give me a shot. I was 1,000-yard receiver over there.
That guy, but, you know, I could see him going to somewhere like the Ravens.
Oh, come on, man. T.O. did it. T.O. wanted to fucking hold the Eagles too.
Bro. T.O. was arrogant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because fucking Donovan McNabb was stubborn.
That's true. But here's the thing. I don't think Swift is that guy. Swift is a guy that's not going to do that to the Eagles because that's his hometown. But it's like he's definitely going to go somewhere like the Ravens. The Ravens offer him money. He's going to go there. There's a guy that like a Lamar Jackson who's like a Jalen Hurts, and they're going to run the ball with him. I don't see him go to Dallas. I don't see that. Just don't.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right, Bobby Murphy. And when he goes east and west, you know, he makes it a point to cut up the field.
Makes it so easy, bro. He makes it so easy. You know, the way he's able to put his foot in the ground and just like, did you see where he changed direction? He went from one way and cut it all the way back. By the way, great block from Jalen Hurts. I mean, that's just normal for him. Like we're not used to seeing that. So it's like when you see that, it's like, how would you not want this? I'm telling you, bro, if we do not sign at least Swift to a deal or we don't offer him one, I'm going to NovaCare and I'm finding Howard Rose and Jeff Lewis and I'm squaring up with them.
And EC1.
We got to fight, man. I'm telling you. You can't let the guy out there building, bro.
I agree with you. I agree with the EC1, but here's the difference between him and fucking Miles Sanders. Like, this dude with all that talent will avoid, you know, the ball protection is very underrated as far as fucking DeAndre Swift is. That's what people overlook. They don't look at it at all. They just look at it like, okay, well, you think he's better than Miles Sanders? Yes, I do. Because he can protect the ball better.
Sorry, bro, man. I'm tired of Miles. Listen, man, he had 1,000 yards. But that dude is nothing like Swift, bro. I understand he was a fan favorite in Philadelphia when we drafted him. I was very in favor of him coming out of Penn State.
They're just Penn State.
The guy wasn't great, man. He was good since. Hold up, he was a guy that was good for the running back for the Eagles, what we had. But you talk about Swift, who's a top 5 running back. Miles Sanders is not on his level. I don't care what nobody says. Put the tape on and tell me where Sanders ever did what Swift did.
They're just Penn State homers, dude. That's why they vote for Miles Sanders over Swift.
Level, bro. He's not. Anybody thinks that, they don't know what they talk about, bro. Because clearly the film shows it's not even the same category, bro. Swift puts his foot in the ground. Swift hits holes, and the patience that he has. Miles Sanders can't even do that. How many times has Miles Sanders not hit holes when there's holes opening up for him?
And there was a play there was a play. This is one really going to hit y'all hard too. Y'all Miles Sanders defenders. Did you see before the 2-minute warning where he stayed in bounds after getting the first down? Miles Sanders would have ran out of bounds just to try to protect himself from getting hit. Oh my God, I don't want to get hit. You know, not even thinking about time management. He would have stopped the clock and it would have saved the Giants timeout. No, he forced the Giants to use that timeout, stayed in bounds. That's time management right there. DeAndre Smith is a very smart running back.
I mean, dude, like, listen, I understand Miles Sanders at 1,000 yards and great. You know, listen, when we drafted him, he was very good. You saw that, but he regrets. And I kept on telling people he wasn't the same Miles Sanders. And I think a lot of people like Miles Sanders because he's nice. They like the fact that they had a running back. He was from Pennsylvania. I get all that, right? But you can't tell me Swift is not. If you say Swift isn't better than Sanders, you're lying to yourself. The talent around Sanders was perfect. But you telling me Sanders doing what Swift does? No way. I think Swift would actually make the Panthers a little bit better, honestly. I do. Look what
Well,
he did
guess
with
what?
Detroit.
Well, guess what? Now the Panthers don't even use Miles Sanders. Miles
No, they
Sanders is
benched
the
his ass
third.
because they realized he was sorry, man.
Yeah,
They
he's the
realized that
third.
he was just an
He's the
overpaid
third
running back.
running back behind Chubbard and this other running back too.
Sanders would have fun. Sanders would have fun, lad.
Fumbled.
Fumbled. Oh yeah, he would have fumbled. Yeah, I mean that's all he does is fumble and don't put his foot in the ground. Man. He's a aggressive running back. He has all the potential, but he reminds me a lot like Carson. He didn't want to get better.
He
thought
coughs it up like a thought. That's what he does.
I mean, dude, like when you're telling the coaches that oh, I want more opportunities. Well, you don't deserve more opportunities when you fumble the ball in the ground.
Well, you got more opportunities in Carolina, and guess what you're doing?
Well, he's the offensive lineman. I don't give a shit if he has an offensive lineman. Swift didn't have an offensive lineman when he first was drafted, and yet he made that team better. So excuse me for not giving a damn about his offensive lineman, bro. He chose to go there. He wanted to be paid top money rather than stick with the Eagles offered him to come back. They didn't pay him top money, but they offered him a deal. He didn't want it. He wanted to be paid like a top running back. So that's what he gets. You want to act like you're above and beyond that. No one can tell you what to do, and you want to be a top 5 running back. That's what you get. You go to a crappy football team that's desperate, a rebuilding football team.
2-14, 2-11 team at that, 2-12.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Eagles need to look at Swift and they need to pay him. The fact that you let that guy out the building. Listen, man.
That will blow my mind, man.
You want me to be pissed off at Harry Roseman one time, and this time I will not hold back. You let Swift out that door, man. I'm off the Harry Roseman train. I don't give a fuck. Because that would be so inexcusable.
Who could you possibly replace with DeAndre Swift? You better go out and get CMC.
Man, let me tell you something. You better at least offer him at least a 1-year deal. At least offer him a 2-year deal. You don't even pay him, and he's not your top priority. Listen, I don't know what else you want me to say. The guy is everything in his offense. And yes, you want to make Sanders, Kenny Game, whatever the fuck you want to call him, a number 1 running back. He's not. And we have to learn the hard way that you don't want to pay a guy like that. You want to let him walk, that's fine. But understand something. There's going to be consequences for your actions. When you do stupid shit like that, that's how you end up losing fans, and that's how you end up losing, talent like that. And you're going to see Kenny Gainwell ain't that guy. You know what? I hope the guy we do not pay Swift, because I want to see what Kenny Gainwell does as the number 1 running back. When he blows up in the face.
Don't say that.
If that's what the organization wants, then let them do it. But understand something. Kenny Gainwell ain't going to fix those mistakes. So if you leave Swift out that building and you don't offer him a deal, you better be able to draft a running back in the first round. Or you better draft a number 1. You better drop a top tier running back, which then again, you're not going to have any opportunity but to draft a running back. So now you take away from guys, especially in the draft, like corners or linebackers or safeties. Because once again, you have to draft another running back because you didn't do your job in free agency. You took the easy way out you took the hard way. You took the easy way out, which is not paying them to get all your little draft picks. Because that's what Howie Roseman does. He takes those draft picks that he gets, those conditional 5th rounders and 4th rounders, and turns them into something. For what? Pay the man. He's a top tier running back. You need to start changing the ways. And it all takes one person to change something. And if Howard Roseman pays Swift, I guarantee running backs are going to get more respect.
Yeah.
It's a copycat league.
It's going to, create a pattern, now Saquon's going to start requesting more. Maybe the Giants will get it. It's going to, become
I don't believe
even more
that,
than the Giants.
I feel like Swift wants to come back, bro. That's his home. Why would you want to leave your hometown? You grew up in this place. If I have a chance to play for my hometown for years, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It's not going to depend on Swift, but Swift's going to want to come back. It's going to depend on Howie Roseman going to willing to pay him the money to come back. Is Howie Roseman going to want to back? Because if he loves Kenny G, then Howie Roseman, it's going to be up to Howie. I guarantee Swift loves Philadelphia, man. Do you see how the way the guy acts? The guy loves Philly. He loves everything about Philly. That's his hometown. Yeah. It'd be so much easier to be in Philadelphia because he's close to his family. He doesn't want to move again.
Yeah.
You think he wants to go to another place in another city to learn a new system and to learn it? No.
Maybe the Falcons because he went to UGA.
Yeah, but again, man, Philadelphia is where he grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like me leaving my city and going somewhere where I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, maybe if you went to college somewhere, I don't know, let's say Tennessee University, and you want to go to the Tennessee Titans, just because you felt like your hometown wasn't doing you any good, they were treating you wrong. Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, I think Swift wants to stay. I think it's going to depend on Howie Roseman. Are we going to see a cheap Howie Roseman, or are we going to see aggressive Howie Roseman that's going to pay these guys respect?
Because I like aggressive Howie Roseman better. When he was making all these moves for AJ Brown, that was the best Howie Roseman we ever seen in 2022.
And
I miss that Howie Roseman.
I feel like Howie Roseman ain't going to let Swift out that building. I feel like he's going to pay him. If you know what's best for the Quincy, you ain't going to let a guy like that walk out that door. Because let's be real.
There's a lot of people in the chat that say otherwise. I think that we aren't going to pay him.
Listen, man, if you don't pay Swift, bro, who and what running back are you going to get? You going to draft another running back? Oh, you draft another running back, cool. But again, man, Kenny Gain will only be your only runner because Boston Scott's on a 1-year deal.
Bobby has a point.
Players will go anything for enough money.
I mean, if you have enough money, then they appreciate you at the time. They appreciate you at the time, but it's all about going back to EC1's point about will they use you enough.
I don't even want to think about it, man. I hope the guy we pay Smith and we're gonna pay Smith. He's staying regardless. But it's like you got to keep this core together, man. Swift is such an important piece to this offense, and I feel like if Shane Steichen had Swift last year, could you imagine what he would have done?
Oh my goodness, man. We'd be up there with the fucking 98 Vikings as far as offense. My goodness.
I mean,
we'd be up there with the 01 Rams, the 99 Rams.
Dude, like I'm telling you, man, it's not like, dude, like I'm telling you.
The 07 Patriots as far as offense.
We'd be running the shit out of everybody. We'd be scoring the 65 points. I'm telling you,
you think we were blowing niggas out last year with Shane Steichen at the helm? Oh my goodness. With DeAndre Swift last year? Man, I wish the dominoes would have aligned up correctly. And my goodness, man, Detroit, you should have let go of him last year because my goodness, he would have been great here in Philly last year.
I mean, we could have traded you Sanders. You could have had Miles Sanders and Jamar Gibbs.
I just wish they were fed up with DeAndre Swift last year, Detroit. I wish Detroit was fed up with him last year because, man, if we had him in the Super Bowl, we'd be celebrating our second ring. We'd be like, kiss the rings, bitch. But now we're just looking like, okay, we don't even use this guy enough.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, like I'm telling you, man, like I feel like Howie Roseman is going to make a priority. And this is my belief. I feel like Howie Roseman is going to look at Swift. He's going to look at a playmaker. I don't think he's going to look at him as a running back. But maybe listen, bro. I'm hoping that's why we're not running Swift. Is they want to pay him, and they don't want to pay top money.
I'm really hoping we're saving him for the playoffs. That's really the only logical explanation of why we're sparing DeAndre Swift. We're saving him for the best part of the time of the season, the playoffs.
Oh yeah, Swift would be carving that Chiefs team, man. You saw what he did you saw what he did against Kansas City. He carved that team like it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about his pass block, man. I don't give a two shits about his pass block, bro. Can he run the football? Yes. Can he put his foot in the ground? Yes. Like people make a big deal of his pass blocking, man. There's a lot of running backs who don't know how to pass block. There's a lot of running backs who don't know how to pass block. Like who gives a flying crap what his pass blocking is? That's why Kenny Gain was out there. That I don't get it.
We score 40 plus on the Chiefs, and we would have had those niggas, man.
I mean,
we can't go in the past. We can't, create hypothetical situations like that. It is what it is. We lost that Super Bowl.
he
But
tried to pay CJ Gardner Johnson, bro. CJ didn't want to be here, man. Howie made a priority to pay CJ.
CJ was so focused on his fucking stolen car that he thought Philly fans was responsible for. It could have been a casual. It could have been a non-Eagles fan.
What really fucked us up was that the Jesse Bates deal, because at the beginning, no one thought Jesse Bates was going to get that type of money. Jesse Bates got the bag.
He took a lesser deal to go with Detroit.
But here's the thing: Jesse Bates and CJ was supposed to get the top money. That's why CJ thought he wasn't coming back. And there was only two teams that were interested. It was the Eagles and Detroit Lions. Maybe the Bengals had some interest, but Jesse Bates left.
He let his agent get in his head mad hard, bro. Pause.
If you're CJ Gardner Johnson, you want to leave Detroit. I think Detroit's going to try. I'm hoping he leaves Detroit and comes back to Philadelphia, man.
When has Detroit ever been a Super Bowl contender? You can even ask that question now with Dan Campbell at his best, 10-4 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really look at them as a fucking playoff team? Well, 11-4, a playoff team. A Super Bowl contender.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't think they're there this year, but I think next year they're close. They're close. They're a team that can make some noise next year.
They're definitely closer because they won a division for the first time in 30 years.
Yeah,
but I really don't see them, getting over the top. You got Jared Goff as your quarterback. Remember that.
Well, Jared Goff been to a Super Bowl. He's won. I think he's been to a Super Bowl.
He has versus the Patriots, where he only scored 3 measly points.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, Dan Quinn doing some serious work over there. I also think they're. The GM and their coaches are perfect for Detroit.
You went on around Thanksgiving. I heard you prancing around on Thanksgiving calling the Detroit frauds. Yeah, you did. So we can't consider fucking Detroit as real Super Bowl contenders.
No, I didn't say they were this year. I said maybe in the next 2 years.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. But I seriously wouldn't consider Detroit at any time in life as Super Bowl contender. I don't see it.
We could talk about how Detroit's been bad for years, but listen, one coach can change a whole locker room. Listen, Doug Pearson changed the Eagles locker room. We won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It only takes one coach to bring a different perspective into the locker room. And they're drafting really well. Brian Branch is going to be a star. Jahmyr Gibbs, I like Jahmyr Gibbs coming out of it. I was a big fan of him. Now, I want to Bijan Robinson over him, but I like Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs coming along. They got some young pieces. You can't – listen, Aiden Hutchinson, I know you don't like Michigan, but he looks good over there in Detroit.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson looks very good. And this is a response to Bobby's comment about, not being a Super Bowl team. I definitely agree with that. But Dan Campbell is doing some damn good things over there in Detroit.
About 2 to 3 years, man.
He is a very inspirational coach. I really don't think these fucking HBO coaches will fucking get him over the top. These Hard Knock shows, they're jinxes.
I think if you get Dan Campbell, son, Dan Campbell 2 to 3 years. I feel like Detroit Lions could definitely be a team that can make some noise. Look at the division, bro. They got the Packers, Jordan Love. Okay, you can say they could get better, but listen, you got the Bears. Depends how Justin Fields continues to progress, right? But
then there's the Vikings, who Kirk Cousins, they're going to let go of him eventually, so they're going to be in a rebuild situation momentarily.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Detroit right now. You look at them now, right?
Yeah.
They can definitely listen. You never know in the playoffs. They can really step their game up in the playoffs.
I see them as a second round exit, a really, really good team, a second round exit. I don't think they're ready this year, as you mentioned.
No,
but I could really see them going toe to toe with the Niners and barely losing it.
Yeah, they'll lose it to Jared Goff throwing a pick six. The defense will play well, and the 49ers will get an easy interception, man.
Speaking of Detroit, do you have them winning versus the Cowboys next week in Jerry World?
Yes.
Ruining that perfect record
I think
at home?
Dude, the Cowboys can't be good football teams. They're one of the good football teams. I think Detroit's going to come in there, and I think they're going to blow the doors off that team. I do.
And Dallas is lucky they're not on the road, too.
Yeah, man. I mean, match have to go in Detroit.
Now, I do have Detroit winning that game, though.
Yeah. I mean, but listen, I can see the Dallas Cowboys playing their extra best. Well, probably not. Probably not.
You can see it because it's at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying, I appreciate Gemon Brown, but I'm not satisfied with that win. That win was trash. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, I think still you're a good football team. And I think the Ravens are just good, man. Listen, the 49ers might see them in the Super Bowl again if they get there. That might be the Super Bowl opponent. The Ravens look like they're going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they just caught the 49ers sleeping. I really think, the 49ers, we're going to see them again in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, we're going to lose to them 55.
The Niners just took a bad loss.
We're going to lose to the 49ers again 55-3. 55.
I really hope the Lions pull that off so we can wrap up the NFC East real quick. So we can see the fucking Cowboys go on the road this entire time. Hopefully they're a first round exit and they lose to the Buccaneers in the first round.
By then, the time we play the 49ers, I hope to God we know how to fucking run the ball and actually stop.
Hopefully they won't have another chance to have the 49ers again because they'll have a fucking Tampa Bay team. Think about this. Tampa Bay has revenge on their mind. Remember, they eliminated Tampa Bay last year and got rid of Tom Brady, essentially. So you don't think revenge is on their mind? You don't think, fucking Baker Mayfield, I got something on my mind. I want to beat this fucking Cowboys team.
But wasn't it Tom Brady the quarterback? I don't think Baker Mayfield remembers that game. I think he still was in Cleveland, shitty Cleveland.
Yeah, he was. No, he was, I think, with the Raiders or something
the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, listen, the Buccaneers are playing some good football right now, man. They are.
And shockingly, Baker Mayfield has a playoff win on his resume as a Brown.
I thought doesn't he have an AFC divisional round win too?
No, he came close. He lost to the Chiefs by 5 points.
Yeah. Mahomes.
It was all in 2020.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish he would have got that victory. I would have laughed at the fucking Chiefs fans so hard.
Yeah, they probably went to the Super Bowl, won it. That was an ass whooping. Let's just call it. I mean, look, the Ravens are they remind me of that they remind me of that Seattle Seahawks team, bro, from the Legion of Boom, where they're just blowing teams out and beating teams, and the defense looking great. That's what they remind me of. And here's the thing, Jim Harbaugh, I think that's the coach, right? Or John Harbaugh, excuse me, John Harbaugh John Harbaugh has been to a Super Bowl before, so he knows how to win one. So it's I don't know, man. I'm hoping when we play the 49ers, we look a lot better because, my God. What would you feel comfortable more? Would you feel comfortable with Ringo and Slay, or would you feel comfortable with Ringo or a guy like Ritz on the other side?
I'm so glad you didn't say Bradbury. I'd say
Dingleberry.
Slay. Yeah, Dingleberry. I got to get used to that name, but I would definitely say Ringo and Slay. Slay's not really the best guy out there, but that's what we have. He's 33 years old. No, 32 years old. He'll be 33 in January. But give me Slay and Ringo.
I'd rather have Ringo and Ricks, bro.
Ringo is definitely having the ball out there.
Wait, isn't Ricks? Didn't he play number one corner in LSU and Alabama?
I'm not sure.
Did he? I think he wasn't he a number one corner in Alabama. Wasn't Ricks the number one dude? Like, dude, I don't feel comfortable with Slay going against Debo Samuel. I'd rather have Ricks out there because Ricks can go. Ricks is a guy that doesn't like playing scared. He will play tough with these guys.
Well, going back to your point about youth having players being younger, they have more speed,
Yeah.
and that's why we need to go younger. Slay isn't that speed guy, but he'll definitely, try to slow you down a little bit as far as wide receiver position. Slay isn't all that. Let's be honest.
I'd rather have Ricks, bro. I'm done with Slay. I think we need to set an example for guys. May Bradbury and Dingleberry and Slay see the bench. Hey, sit down, just sit there and just think about what you did. What did I do, coach? No, just sit there.
Yeah. We're not even going to explain why.
Just sit there. Just sit there. Just sit there. Just sit there. Just sit there.
It's like you're in the timeout corner and he's in the timeout corner. He's like, "What did I do?" And you're like, "You know what you did."
Oh, because you came off the knee surgery, you think you suddenly are able to play? Nah, man. You took our time away. Now we're taking your time away. That guy bitched his way out of the Seahawks game. I truly believe he did his surgery on purpose because he wanted to face Metcalf. That dude
Metcalf would have mossed him all over the place.
Man, Metcalf would have had $150 on that dude, man. $150, $155.
I'm surprised Metcalf was quiet in that game too.
But that goes back to who was on him. Who was on him?
Ringo.
Also, who else?
Byard.
No, Ricks.
And
Ricks
anybody. Well, I'll tell you like this: anybody but Bradbury. Oh, Dingleberry.
Who led a 98-yard touchdown to JSN?
Skunkleberry.
Who let in JSN? A rookie.
I'm gonna call his ass Pepe Le Pew because he fucking stinks.
Yeah, bald head of Mr. Clean.
Looney Tune ass nigga. He fucking stink.
wait, Mr. Clean from the commercial, the bald headed dude. That's what Bradbury is.
Bald head ho shit. Bald head ho shit. Get it, big bald head ho shit. What up, Bones?
What's up,
Stranger
Bones?
Things.
Yeah, I feel like Stranger Things vibes. Good game, guys. Yeah, man. We should have blew the doors off y'all, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, we should have blew the doors off the Giants, man.
I don't like how Giant fans are
game with those 2 turnovers. It was pissing me off.
Riggs was projected as early pick in LSU, then he went to Bama, but was in Nick Saban's doghouse. I mean, Nick Saban is a guy who always has guys in doghouse. He put Jalen Moreau in the doghouse, bro. The guy won a championship for him. He put Jalen
Mills in the doghouse. No, wait, Jalen fucking Hurts in the doghouse.
He put Jalen Moreau. Moreau was benched earlier, too.
Yeah. But now they somehow made the playoffs because, thank you, Georgia.
And everybody gets upset because he copied off Jalen Hurts' keep the main thing. But you got to understand, that's Nick Saban's always his preach. I mean, he taught Jalen Hurts that word. That comes from Nick Saban. Nick Saban always says, keep the thing the main thing. Do your job. Where do you think they learn it from? Why do you think Alabama guys are the exact same way? That's Nick Saban's system. That's what he tells his guys.
Man, look at Bones. He says he's fucked up. I guess he woke up in the kitchen saying, how the hell did this shit happen? Oh, baby. He drunk.
I'd rather blow your asses out, man. I don't like y'all happy. I want y'all to be on the Twitter space complaining.
And you know what? There's so many Giants fans out there who are just satisfied with losing close to the Eagles. I'm like, on what grounds do you like losing close?
I mean,
that's not Giant pride. And this, he gave us advice about, earlier this week about how Eagles fans, we might have to win on the road and trying to cheer us up. It's kind of like the same thing right here, right now. Why are you satisfied with losing close? Cheer up, y'all.
I mean, the L is an L, but still, I mean, there's different levels to this. So we should have blew that team out of the water, man. We were up 20-3 in halftime, and
yeah, you
give them the ball like that, man. That's huge momentum going out the window. And then not only that, James Bradbury, gets beat, and then Reed Blankenship gets beat. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, out of anybody else, you let him throw the ball on you.
You notice how the last 2 times Boston Scott has ever fumbled versus the Giants, it's really costed us in a very major way. The last time he fumbled before that one was versus the Giants in the one we lost 13-7 in November of 2021.
Yeah, I mean, he got to stop doing that shit because it literally is eventually down the road. I mean, you do that against the 49ers or the Lions or someone like that, it'll cost you a playoff game. You can't do these mistakes in the playoffs. And you would think by now we would have that cleaned up. And that just goes back to what I've been saying, right? The coaching fundamentals, and also the coach is part of the problem. I mean, it's like, what are we taught in the practices? When you're practicing and you're preparing for a game, do you work on those stuff or you just let it be, right? Like I don't know, bro. Like it's like you can't do that shit. That shit could have went the other way. And let's be real, Isaiah Simmons almost had a pick 6 in the beginning. Jalen Hurts threw it right to him, and the ball was tipped. If he caught that with 2 hands, he's going for a pick 6.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaiah Simmons literally almost had another interception on Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen should have 3 interceptions altogether, bro. 3.
Yeah, man.
2020, we had our color rush uniforms the same game. Man, we should have beat y'all bums by 50, bro. I'm fucking disappointed in my team.
Yeah, man. Like those 2 turnovers, man. That was the only reason why they were in that fucking game.
They couldn't.
If you really want to look at our defense didn't play half bad. We only really gave up 10 points.
Man, we were putting Tommy Cutler on notice. Go back to your mommy's basement, bro. Go eat some chicken nuggets and French fries. We benched that boy. We sent him a message. What you did against the Packers and all that, that's great and fine. But you ain't doing that shit against us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck that.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
Oh, man, I
You're
got
not
it.
that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I mean, at least, hey, look, man, I got this for Bones.
Keep that shit going! Keep it going! Oh, we'll see you next week! Yeah, we coming to town! Fuck you, Eagle!
Are they going to the playoffs this year?
Who?
The Giants. That cursed them going into this season.
It's mutual, bro. It's mutual, man. But you got anything else to add, bro? I mean, anything to add? Anything to add? And how would you look at it? We gotta do. Are we gonna do our preview for the Cardinals game this week, or are we going to just wait after the game? I don't know what your schedule look like. We're gonna talk about it, but
Well, I only worked 3 days this week. Thank God. So I guess we might as well do a preview for that.
All right, for sure. I mean, you got anything else to add? I mean,
fuck the Giants.
Anything else to add other than that?
Fly Eagles fly, and fuck Brian Johnson and Sean Desai.
Is that it?
I'm still on your side, Nick Sirianni. Oh, and I guess Fly Eagles fly.
I mean, all I gotta say is, man, we gotta clean this shit up, and you can't continue to give. You gotta put teams away, right? If you're up 20-3, I expect you to keep your foot on your necks.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing with our food.
Tackling got to be input. We got to start tackling, bro.
I mean,
tackles.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing with our food, just like my dad. Back in the 70s, my dad and late uncle, they used to, flick these little peas around, flick it around at people and our aunts and uncles and shit, and just fucking play with our food. Nah, eat the motherfucker, man. Eat the food.
I mean, we also forgot to talk about, but Sidney Brown with that late hit on that quarterback, man, that's a bonehead decision. Dude. You can't do that shit. So when the guys around, you can't do that. And I mean, Hassan already going for the knees. I mean, it's just crucial mistakes, bro. Crucial mistakes.
Oh, on a positive note,
Go ahead.
shout out to Lovato, the long snapper, who forced a fumble on a tackle.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I
On
mean,
the
I
punt
wish we got the ball
returner?
back. Wish we got the ball back. We need to start taking away the ball. You know, if they
Yeah,
fumble that
man.
ball, we need to be on that ball 24/7.
Regardless, though, that was amazing.
Sure. I mean, Rick Lovato, man. I mean, dude, man, he's a long snapper, but he can lay a wood on someone. He can lay the wood on someone. I think you should make him the safety. Honestly, I would love to see what he does as a safety.
Oh, and I don't know if we touched on Britton Covey, but he had himself a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
He was running like there was a fire up his ass in that game.
Britton Covey was the bright spot of his offense. I mean, he gave a lot of the Eagles' offense good field position. I mean, those 2 punt returns.
The offense or the special teams?
Yeah, special teams. I mean, he did something in the offense. He did something in the offense. I mean, he had a screen pass. I mean, you can't say, "Oh my God, Britton Covey."
Yeah.
I know we wanted Devin Allen, but you know, Britton Covey.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I was wrong about Britton Covey. You know, I thought he sucked, but you know, he's improving well.
Now, there's a lot of people comparing to Devin Hester. I'm not going to go too far and say that.
Whoa! That's disrespectful.
There's people on Twitter, actually, Eagle fans, saying that he's the next Devin Hester. Man, stop.
Like, careful there, Captain Jumpy.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm not going to compare him to it. That's a Hall of Fame punt returner. Devin Hester on this team would be. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. No, you can't do that shit. You know, so that's when it's like, all right, pump the brakes a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, we just got to eliminate the turnovers. We got to continue. We got to play our brand of football, not the way we've been playing. Run the football, and I mean, I felt like the Grinch was trying to steal Christmas, man. That's what I felt like. I feel like the Eagles were the Grinch stealing the Christmas.
Yep. And we gave Bones Cole.
Well, I mean, we give him Cole because the Giants are fucking trash. If they had a decent quarterback, they probably would have beaten us.
Yeah.
I honestly think if you put Tyrod Taylor in the game a little bit more, I think he would have beaten us.
You should have heard Ron Effect after the game. He was a Giants fan. So he was like, oh my God, I can't wait for a stable quarterback because the Eagles fucking suck ass.
I mean, next year is a different year for the Eagles, bro. So we might not suck ass next year, bro. So I mean, you can say what you want, bro. Who knows? Who knows? The Giants might have messed up that draft, though. I mean, they messed up the Daniel Jones draft. Y'all talking about Caleb Williams? They might go after the other dude.
Yes, at least the Cowboys fucked up.
I mean, y'all talk about quarterback. How about you get a stable offensive line first? Y'all talk about quarterback. I ain't going to help you.
Yes.
Look at Bryce Young. I mean, he has no offensive lineman. You have no offensive lineman, bro. Your offensive lineman is trash. It's horrendous.
I do have a recommendation for the entertainment of Bobby. I am going to share my screen real quick just to show this screen share real quick. Oh, there it is.
I mean, hey, when Cowboy fans keep on saying, "Oh, well, we can beat the Dolphins," hey.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Man, that was funny.
I mean, that's what they are.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
They're clowns. Cow clowns.
Enough from the clown.
Back to our story. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. But so that's all your final thoughts, man. We've been here.
That's pretty much my final thoughts. Just stop playing with your food. Finish teams early and often so we can rest guys like Jalen Hurts. Oh, the rest of the offense in the fourth quarter. That would be great. You know, we'll be energized enough. I mean, make this easier. Make this easy. This is a scrub-ass team that we're playing in Arizona. They play here in Philly. We get 2 straight home games. Let's just make it easy. Not turn the ball over. Let's just get back to the basics, Eagles, please. Do the simple things right.
Yeah, I mean, by then you should already know how to run the fucking ball. So I was like,
Please.
if this don't work right here and you don't get back to your base, I don't think you ever will. I feel like this is the game. If the Eagles come out with the exact same game plan and we're struggling to put teams away, I feel like this is going to be the whole offense into the playoffs.
The first half was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, we ran the ball. We got down. But, you know, that first, again, shout out to Brendan Covey, but Brendan Covey with that punt return, that set
My
up
goodness.
momentum.
It was like a 54-yard punt return?
Yeah, I mean, the dude was making, man, he was making me jump up and down. I'm like, holy shit, who the fuck is this guy? This him? Where is this at?
I was like, go ahead.
Sure, this Spring Covey, or is this a guy just with a different jersey?
I was like, go ahead, light skinned boy.
Name.
I was like, go ahead, light skinned boy.
Back of the jersey. What's his name? I mean, I'll let Brent Covey's doing an excellent job. So it's like I gotta give him some respect. I mean, the guy's fighting for real. He's fighting for real. I mean, you know, the fact that, you know, I really wasn't high up on him, but it's like he's shutting me up. And that's what y'all can ask for. I mean, if the guy's shutting me up, so be it. Like I'm all about admitting my mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I'm all about. Oh, by the way, before we leave, I got on my bench mayor, man. Hold up. So we did beat the Giants.
So how many do you owe? This only helps your muscles. 15 ain't nothing.
I was supposed to do 10.
Oh, 10? 10 ain't nothing.
10 ain't nothing, man. That's why I made the bet. But you know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Let me take a bow.
Okay. So I got a bet for you. If we beat
I'm not dumping milk on my head. I'm not dumping water bottles on my head.
No.
Okay.
No, this is basic. If the Cardinals win, if we beat the Cardinals by 2 possessions, then I'll do 25 push-ups. Two possessions or less. However, if we beat the Cardinals by 3 possessions or more, you do 25 push-ups.
You know I have us beating the Cardinals this week, right?
Yep, we both do.
No, I'm
totally betting that the Eagles don't win by more than 2 possessions.
No, they will. They'll beat the Cardinals. They're not going to.
I'll tell you like this: if the Cardinals win by more than 3 possessions, I'll do the 25 push-ups. If they win by 2 possessions or less, then you do 25 push-ups.
No, I'll be sore as fuck, and I won't be.
What? You can do 25. You're bigger than me. Well,
so what?
You're taller than me, but you may not be bigger than me. But I mean, still.
I mean,
every time I make a bet, I lose.
Every time I make a bet, I lose too. What you mean?
If I lose this one, this benefits the Eagles.
And it benefits the Eagles if I lose too.
We
win.
It's a win-win situation, but still.
But I got to suffer with push-ups, man.
Only if you win by 2 possessions or less.
And watch Eagles win by 40, man. Just because I made that bet.
If we win by 40, then I owe push-ups.
Oh, so wait. If you think that we're not going to score more than 21 points,
I think that we're not going to blow them out by more than 16 points.
Oh, I agree. I don't think we're going to do that either.
Come on, man. How fun is that?
I mean, it's not me saying it. It's this team. I mean, the team can't close out games. They don't know how to finish games. They don't know how to end the opponents from coming back. They allow teams to come back.
I'll get you somehow.
Yeah, you can try. You could try. You better come with a better bet than that.
Okay, 50.
If I said 50, 50. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
Enough from the clown.
Here we go.
We do not care.
Yeah. I mean, you know, as my Hall of Fame coach Dennis Green said.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
We let them off the hook. We should have blew that team out. We should have ended that team.
We should have killed them like John Chaney.
Get over here. Like more common word, like, get over here.
I'm killing you, motherfucker. I'm killing you, motherfucker, bitch. Man, rest in peace, John Chaney. He was a Temple Owl coach.
Sure. But we got anything else to add?
That's pretty much it. I covered everything.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. All I gotta say is we got to fix some mistakes, man. The way we're winning is not going to help us in the playoffs. We got to continue to do what we've been doing last year, and that's put away teams. We got to start doing it now. So this is a team where if you don't put them away, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm hoping that they will change.
Got to put them away.
Yeah, got to put them away, man. But I appreciate for all watching, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to my guy Hiding, subscribe to me, EC1, and always flag us fly. And yeah, man, until next time.
Let's go. Flag us fly.